All right, guys. Hello. Oh, wow. I did not turn my boxes off. That's awkward. There we go. Okay. Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you all for being here. This is, let's see here. Who do we got? Boo Boo. Boo Boo, good to see you. How are you? We've also got Seru. Of course, Seru, good to see you. I see Lucy and Candace here, as well as a couple other folks who are just popping in. So, hello to everybody and happy Sunday. It is officially session number 59 of our Sunday Dungeons and Dragons game, Unlikely Heroes. We are going to dive into a very quick recap, and then we're going to just go straight into the thick of it. It's going to be an easy recap this week because last week was a lot of downtime activities, which just kind of pushed themselves along. Yes, yes, Seru, I'm not surprised. Excuse me. Still got the cough. So, we're gonna go ahead and just dive straight into it. As far as the session recap and gameplay is concerned, we're looking at probably a very, very, very large or intense fight. Not necessarily a large fight, as it's two small creatures, but they're big in personality, I guess. Please remember also, I don't pay attention to chat a whole lot during the stream because obviously these guys are getting my attention. So just bear with me. If you have questions, obviously there are other people here, and if not, then I'll be in and out on occasion. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive back over to the Unlikely Heroes.
Here's your cold heart. Quite literally.
Well, how do you think she won it?
Literally took it out. Stole it.
All right, I am back. So, very quick recap from last week, which was session number 58. So, pretty easy session as far as all things are concerned, as we did about 90% of our downtime activities. So first and foremost, aside from the quick little bouts of roleplay that happened in the early tiers of the session, we went straight into the downtime activities. We started with Doc, who decided she was going to do crime as her downtime activity. That crime happened to be an assassination because she's an assassin. Kind of an assassin. She's an assassin at heart, and I guess that's all that matters. Her assassination was successful. There was a low tier assassination target that she had. She did not ask any questions. She followed the target back to their house in the darkest of nights, up to the bedchamber where she waited to plunge a dagger into his heart, and that was that. Then we flash forwarded to Sybil. Excuse me. Oh God, wrong campaign. Jesus Christ. You said. See, this is what happens when we start talking about multiple campaigns. I get all my characters and my players confused.
Sybil would have done better than I did.
Probably. To be fair, you actually didn't do bad. I mean, getting something out of it versus just nothing at all, or even hitting a complication. Trust me, you're much better off. But yeah, you tried to research the Anvil Rock bloodline. And you did so throughout the course of the 2 weeks. There were a couple of hiccups, including a lot of people who were really reluctant to just talk about or point you in the direction of the necessary research materials. However, you did wind up uncovering a small bit of information which we have agreed upon, and I have it in my notes, will count essentially as a small research boon of your choice. What that will entail is that when you want to redeem said boon, you can do so, and you will be provided with a small amount of information on the Anvil Rock family bloodline, but that can only be redeemed in Underhill. If I'm remembering that correctly. Otherwise, if my notes are wrong, tell me now.
Nope.
Okay, I had a feeling that.
At some point and potentially be not what I'm expecting it to be.
Bingo, bingo, bingo. Bingo, bingo, bongo. Okay. So then we went over to Gray, and Gray decided that, you know what, this is a pretty nice place. I'm not going to be here forever, but I've made a pretty good impression. The people really fucking like me, which is kind of weird. But why don't I try to convince a few of them to, join my spy network? And then he did. Twice. Successfully. And by the end of the 2 weeks of the perusing and schmoozing and whining and dining and whatever else it was that you were doing in those 2 weeks to get those people to really just follow you to the ends of the earth, you did manage to nab yourself not one but two small spies, low tier spies. Well, they're technically small. It's a dwarf and a gnome. So we have Torig Concork, and you have Rosian Toggledaggle, both of which are currently standing at and awaiting your orders for your spy efforts.
Love the name Toggledaggle, by the way.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
agree.
It's fun. That's the best thing about gnomes. You don't even have to have a reason behind gnomish names. It's just like, why not? Why not?
Why is this your surname? Because it'd be funny.
Yeah, because it do be funny, though. Okay, so then we played a little game of arena fight based solely on die rolls with Ree, and it did not go well. Ree was actually doing well in the beginning of that fight, but unfortunately, this bastard got her in a chokehold and literally used his own head to beat her into unconsciousness, and unfortunately, she did lose her first bout. Now, we still have 2 bouts to do. The third bout is going to be the final bout, and that will also be the conclusion of your guys' 2 weeks. That one will also be done just by the books with the dice rolls. The one that we're about to pick up on, though, this is the special fight. This is the fight that the innkeeper from the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn very specifically requested you to beat the unholy hell out of this guy, because he actually is a childhood bully of the Tavern Keeper. And this guy believed so hard in Ree's ability that he actually paid for the entrance to the arena fights as a whole, and gave you guys a pretty steep discount on room and board for the next 2 weeks. So, with that being said, we're going to start today's session. So technically this, because there will be a little bit of fast forwarding after the fight is done, and we have kind of retroactively come back to this just so we can actually do an in-person, like, on a battle map fight. Today, for all intents and purposes, is Monday the 30th of Mugem. However, when we are concluded and when we come back to normal, or to quote-unquote normal time, it will be Wednesday the 11th, let me back that up. Wednesday the 8th of Jutet will be the final fight, and the 11th is your final day of downtime. So we'll say that those last few days, Ree is recovering, for better or worse with whatever happens, and everybody else is finishing out the remainder of their activities. So, without further ado, Monday the 30th of Mugem, let's go ahead and do a quick experience recap. So, experience from session number 58 was role-playing experience of 500 points. Again, you guys constantly knock it out of the park with roleplay, and I will never deny you that, unless I need to deny you that. Downtime experience, just generic downtime experience. I gave you an extra 100 each. Now, there was no XP rewarded for this, but I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Doc for making my list of quotes that made me absolutely die during session last week. And this was Doc to Aurora. And the quote is, quote, "Why do you look like you've been tormenting children?" Unquote. And there's something so fucking wholesome about that, because, you know what? She's got a good point.
It wasn't even intentional.
Right.
I was just off in my broody corner and they decided to snoop. Also, I'm trying to figure out why my camera's not showing for you guys, because I can see myself just fine.
Oh, that's weird. Hang on, let me try refreshing on my end really quick.
I
Maybe.
did the same.
I've tried refreshing the resetting the browser. I tried in tag mode. I've done everything except a full reboot. I've reset my settings. I don't know.
Yeah, that is kind of strange. Yeah, it's telling me to go fuck myself, essentially. Okay, so really quick, current total XP now with the 600 you guys earned last week is Gray. You are at 31,856. Aurora, you are at 30,844. And the remaining two are at 33,694. If we are going by at least a base 500 XP every week just for roleplay, the remaining two, Doc and Ree, should be level, I believe, 7. Level 8 before the end of the session. But we'll see what happens.
I can taste the level.
I can taste... Oh, God, why is it so good? All right, any questions for me? Okay, wonderful. Oh, that reminds me too. The group collectively decided to bet in Ree's favor during that first bout, kind of not realizing what they were getting into. And I want to say you guys lost like 1,500 gold pieces, like 1,575, I think is what it wound up being. Now, to be fair, you just made out like fucking bandits with that null fight, so you had a little bit to spare. But a 1,500 gold loss, okay, first of all, the bookies just made bank. And yeah, you guys, there's people looking at you like, that could have fed 20 families for 4 years.
No.
Yeah, probably will now. See, we were just doing charity, you know, that's all it was. It was our good deed.
Yeah. We totally expected Reed to lost there. Yeah.
You're welcome, Underhill.
You guys are fucked.
Add that to list of Reed's titles.
Yeah, right? Savior of Underhill.
Entrepreneur, right? Is that what that is?
I already have Champion of Underhill on the titles, don't worry.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, so, any questions for me before we start? Okay, wonderful. So, what we're going to say is, and I'm going to drag everybody over here real quickly. Boop. Welcome to the Underhill Arena. The arena for... I mean, look, this shit happens so often, why even bother? Okay, so, let me get some tunes cranked up here. Okay, so Monday the 30th comes. The afternoon kind of creeps by. Aurora is deep in research. Gray is in the midst of wooing one of his new contacts. And Doc, well, Doc's had a couple late nights, and Doc is just kind of sleeping it off as she meticulously stalks her target. About 5 o'clock rolls around. You hear the bells go off in the city, and you know that it is time for you to rejoin the fighting pit personnel. So you guys head back towards the everybody collectively heads back towards the arena. You're brought in through like a sub basement, just like you were the first time. You're brought up actually. Let me just change this. Yes.
Before Ree goes in, I'd like to take him. Gray's gonna put his hand on her shoulder, and say, "We underestimated it the first time. Now that you know what's gonna happen, I'm sure you'll kick his ass." Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, so there's about 45 minutes in between you guys at the front gates and Ree going into the arena. So while it is very inspiring for Gray to say this to you, the actual effects of the inspiration wear off well far before.
Worth a shot.
Thanks anyway. Yeah, that guy was really fucking strong.
The fuck my video shit's doing too.
Slightly more concerned about my odds in this one.
I'm trying to look it up for her right now.
I guess if I just keep punching him in the butthole chin, it'll be alright.
Alright, sorry about that. I started to see you guys on my end even. I started to have cameras pop in and out and start circling, and I wasn't doing anything, so I'm not sure what's going on. But
I just refreshed mine just to...
Oh, maybe I was just seeing it. Okay, I got you. Okay, so you are the remaining three of the party. You are brought to the front gates. The bookie's office is there. Do you want to bet on Ree during this fight?
Yep.
Maybe let's not bet so much this time.
Okay, so
I can't hear you. You're not pushing anything,
It
Candace.
was only like 4 coins. It wasn't much at all.
Oh, okay.
Make a deception check.
Isn't much at all. Gray's crying.
hey, I lost the most, man.
4's a lot, right?
It's a lot. Ish. Depending on where you are.
There's 5.
Yep, don't worry about it. You successfully lied to her. Her passive insight is not that great, so. Okay, so,
I need to shake her confidence before this.
hey, fuck you. I'll shake whoever's confidence I want. Just wait until I land that first blow. Wait until we see where the confidence goes. Okay. All right, so, guys, fight. For this fight, this is the second bout. The brackets, remember there is up to, so there's 3 brackets. Bracket 1 is up to 1,000 gold for a ×2 payout. Bracket 2 is 1,001 to 5,000 for a ×3 payout. And bracket 3 is up to 10k with a 5 times payout. Where would you like to put yourselves?
I'd like to put in just 20 gold.
Gray, you want to do 20 gold out of your pocket?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do. I'll do 50 gold.
Okay, so Gray, you pay your 20 gold. You're given a small ticket with the B1 on it, which shows that you're in bracket 1 with a number on the back. Doc, you are given the same. Aurora, are you paying anything out of pocket?
My pockets are very empty now. I bought some expensive ass macaroons.
You know what? Yes, you did. But you have a shitload of them.
They're not as empty as you think.
They are in my coin purse. I don't know about that. Well, I don't know how much we have in that one, so.
You have enough to match me if you'd like, and then some.
Xavier, can you do me a favor and remove 40 coins from my thing? I added 20 by accident instead of removing it, and now I can't remove anymore for some reason.
What? Okay, give me 1 sec.
I should have 43.
If, I mean, yeah, if God communicates that, then yes, absolutely Aurora will match Doc's donation. Donation setting thing.
I know why it did that, Lucy. It's because you've got 20 coins in your pocket under equipment, and you have the 63 in the bag of hold, or in the portable hole.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So if you click on the gold in the portable hole, it will actually pop up the portable hole's like inventory, like its own separate inventory on the right, so you should be able to adjust it there.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's no problem. Trust me, I know. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but once you understand like how it works, like you have to actually finite click on that little bit.
Okay, there we go.
All right, perfect. Okay, so I'm
The
sorry.
reason-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I clicked on the total one at the very top, so I think it added to my backpack.
Yeah, it did. I saw exactly what happened there. Okay, so Aurora, how much are you putting in?
I'm gonna do 50 as well. But
Okay.
it'll have to come from the, from Doc's,
Yeah,
board.
I removed 100 already from our already.
Okay, perfect. So there's 120 gold resting in Ree's favor. I'm assuming, by the way, I should have asked this. Are you guys, now you don't have to make a public bid if you would like to send me a message privately and tell me who your payout is going to. You are more than welcome to. You do not have to make this public. Not that I doubt Ree's ability. I doubt the quality of some of your characters. Some of your character's character.
Especially after last time.
Definitely on me to win.
I feel insulted. Yeah, Ray. Gray has seen Ray beating the shit out of way more things than.
God knows how difficult it is to kill Ree, so she will continue to bet on Ree.
Besides, I literally went the bare minimum I could. So.
Fair enough. Okay, so Ree, you are put into the cage. You're given kind of a clasp on the shoulder, and you're told from one of the pit masters. He looks down at you and he says, "Good luck up there. The gent you're fighting today." And he kind of points back across it or behind his shoulder, and you see the opposing crane getting ready to lift. Big, almost chubby looking gruffy dwarf dude, greasy, like kind of balding in the back, but he's just unkempt and just gross. He says, I once saw him take a bite out of somebody's nose after he used his forehead to split the bridge of the nose all the way to the crown of the head. He swallowed too. Be careful.
I once killed an ogre with my body. Like a bullet. Like my body went through an ogre's body.
His eyes go wide. Make a...
The worst part, it's true.
She went through his body. It's not wasn't Ree that killed it though.
I want you to make an intimidation check, but I want you to use it as a strength intimidation check. Because you just told this man that you physically punched yourself through an ogre, and there's something so fucking wholesome about that.
Wholesome?
Hell, well, not wholesome on his end.
Yeah. Wholesome. Alright, is it, just a strength check here, or are we doing,
Yeah, so, I don't know, are you proficient in intimidation or no?
where is it? Intimidation? It's the same.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and just make an
Surprising.
intimidation check then. He kind of, you see his, like, his, caterpillar-like unibrow kind of wiggle a few times, and he looks at you and he goes, all right, in the cage. So you get in the cage.
I'm not liking these rolls tonight, guys.
This is not a good way to start. This is not the time. Okay. So you get loaded into the cage. You are just like before. You have to completely disarm. You cannot bring any weapons or armor into the actual arena. The dwarf walks to the side after securing the cage, begins to crank. You see the guy across from you. He's kind of like hanging on the outside of the bar now looking, and you can see clear as day through one of the slats in the irons this big, grotesque, like weepy butt chin just hanging there with these like neckbeard like whiskers just kind of dangling off, and you see him smiling at you.
Did you remember to wipe that asshole after you shit?
As you begin to like hit the part of the flooring where you would become kind of muted, you audibly hear a "Hey, what the fuck?" So, Gray, Doc, and Aurora, you see the cages. Two guards, two spearmen come down, and they open the front of the cages, and they allow the fighters to come out before the cages are dropped back in and the floor closes underneath them, or above them, technically. The guards go back to their positions. The arena master comes out. He introduces both Ree and the opponent by their pit fighter number and not by name. The crowd there's not a whole lot of people here. One notable person that you do see, however, is across the way from where you guys are currently seated, is the tavern keeper, the inn owner from the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn, and he's sitting like right up near the edge, almost medieval times style, kind of sitting there with a chicken leg, and he's got this big goblet of what you could only assume is either ale or wine, but he's dressed in his full fancies, and he is just waiting to see how this goes down. So, the pit master, anybody doing anything as this is happening?
No, but I got some questions.
Okay, I have some answers. Lay it on me.
Okay, so first off, Bardic Inspiration.
Yes.
That's just me giving literal words of encouragement, right? There's no symbols or...
That is correct. Yeah, so it's you shouting words of encouragement.
Okay, and then how far am I from the middle of the arena?
From the middle? Well, let's see. You are right here. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I would call like that the middle. So between 25 and 30.
Okay, so would Ree be like 60? From
5,
me currently?
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. She is 50.
Perfect. Then I will once again shout some words of encouragement. Going, kick his ass, Ree! You got this! And Bardic Inspire.
Okay. On that note, we'll go ahead and roll initiative.
You
Get a D8 Ree this time.
can use that whenever, right? Not right now.
Correct. I believe it's 10 minutes.
It's
Right.
10 minutes.
If this fight goes 10 minutes, we are in a lot of trouble.
Me, man. God.
Oh no. Want to use a D8 on that?
Wish I could put digital dice in dice jail.
Yeah, right? Delete that code. Delete it now.
Fuck, man.
You can. You just have to swap dice.
I know. Actually, I think I'm like. I know. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's kind of the principle of the thing, though, you know? Alright, so we find ourselves in the heat, the early heat, the initial sparks of combat. So, this guy gets to go. Give me just 1 second here. All right, so this guy, he very nonchalantly, he sees like everybody starting to get ready, right? The go is given, the horn is sounded, he takes a step out, and he steps right into the center of the arena, and he just walks. He doesn't rush, he walks, and along the way, you see him actively cracking his neck, cracks so loud, it's like, now look, I know most of us who hang out here, at least in Sunday stream, we're a little bit older, meaning the three of us who are a little bit older, but you know, like when you get those really good neck cracks that literally make your spouse go, ooh, yeah, the whole way, it's like crack, 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 shoulder, pop, knuckles, one by one, he goes down. He gets to the center and he goes, all right, let's go, you fucking puke. And he ends his turn.
Is the cage door already open?
Yes, the cage door is wide open.
Reed just gets down low, kind of crouches a little bit, and then just goes into bonus action, goes into a rage, and then just lunges at this guy, full force. But
All right.
I imagine he probably ready to attack against me.
Yeah, sorry, give me just 1 sec.
Yeah.
So you go to charge him. As that happens, he will take his attack of opportunity. Well, not opportunity attack. He is ready to action.
Oh no, he's from Pathfinder.
God damn it. Okay, so that is... Yeah, that's a 15. But I believe that's a miss, because you're 16, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, so as you go running at him, as you start to just fucking see red, right? You get up to him, and you realize what he's done. You look at his stance, he's taken a completely wide leg stance. He quickly shifts back on his left foot, rears back with a punch, but instead of punching at you, he feints, and he kicks up at you with the opposing leg. Now, you are caught off guard, but just by this much. You feel one of his crusty-ass toenails actually graze your cheek, as the foot comes all the way up like a ballet dancer, and then whoom, back down on the ground, and then he takes his wide stance again.
Then Ree kind of dodges back around him a little bit and takes a kidney shot.
Okay. So you go low for a dirty kidney shot.
Wait.
Oop, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I like that. D8.
Inspiration. Okay.
I don't think that helps. 14.
14. It helps, but it doesn't succeed. So you go to swing, and you hear Gray's voice in your ear, and you just hear him go, "See, I told you could do it, Ree." And as your fist makes contact, you feel that this almost chubby dwarf has got an absolute steel abdomen to the point where it almost hurts your hand. And you look up and you see that as you've punched him, all he's done is taken a deep breath in and closed his eyes.
You're more solid than you look, aren't you? All right, chin punch. Fuck me.
So the second blow comes in. Oh no.
5 tonight, apparently.
God damn. Sorry, I had a little coughing fit there. So you come in for the second strike, and as you do so, you give him like one of those open hand slaps to the front of his belly, and you catch the fat, but as your hand bears down on the fat, you feel the ripple of abs underneath, almost impressively so. This guy's disgusting, but he is fit as fuck. All right, any other actions?
So, no, that's it.
Okay.
She is raging.
So, as you slap him, he looks down and catches your now bloodshot gaze for just a moment, and he says, "Is that all you got, bitch?" And he rears back with his fist and just comes down with a fucking hammer blow, attempting to pop you in the top of the head. That is a 19. So that is for 8 points of bludgeoning, reduced to 4 because you're raging. As he hits you, he punches you in the crown of the head, and you immediately see a flash of white as the pain ricochets around your skull and into your eyes. And you're like, for a moment, you're like, there is no fucking way that should have hurt as bad as it did. He's not pulling punches right now to render you unconscious. That felt like he was trying to punch his fist through your skull.
Gonna be like that, huh?
So, okay, so with that, in an almost unnatural burst of speed, he rears up with the other hand and he comes down on you again with a second fist. That is a 24. So that is 7 reduced to 3 points of bludgeoning. At this point, you feel the strike come down and hit you in the head, and you actually feel a warm streak drip down around your ear. As you look down, you realize, holy shit, that's my blood. As that happens, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. The blow hits so hard that it literally throws you to the ground.
I changed this dice again.
All right, so he comes down on you with the second fist, pops you in the back of the head. You guys see this, and this guy is lightning fast. Comes down with that second fist, hits Rhea in the top of the head, same spot as the first blow, and she immediately, boom, hits the ground and bounces. As that happens, you see him take his wide stance. He steps partially back, and he goes to kick her in the head. And that is a 19 again. So that is only for 5 points reduced to 2. So 2 points of bludgeoning. And I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
For fuck's sake, can I please roll double numbers?
Don't you have an advantage?
Is it on saving throws or checks? I think it's saving throws too, isn't it? Oh, is it just ability checks?
Checks and saving throws, so thank you for that.
Go ahead and roll it again. There we go.
There we go. Good God.
So you go. So he kicks you and he hits you in the face. You know, like face and neck. You absorb most of it. But as that happens, you feel yourself like he lifts you up into the air, probably a good foot and a half before he loses enough momentum to kick you back like he wanted to. And then he comes back into this weird wide stance and he just sits there, his eyes closed again, and he just takes a couple deep breaths, waiting you. All right, Ree.
Okay. Ree's getting pissed at her shitty rolls, meaning I'm getting pissed at my shitty rolls, so she's going to attack recklessly.
Okay.
Which is obviously a terrible idea, but he's hitting me every time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, okay, so she's... Here we go. I think we did that because that 6 wouldn't have hit, I don't think.
Okay, so... yeah, so you this was a punch, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so
okay.
she's just going up at the chin.
Okay, so as you get yourself up and off the ground, you rear up, and you clip him in the jaw with an uppercut for 5 points. And as you do so, you feel something shift under his under the weight of your fist and his chin. As your hand comes back down to ready for the second attack, you knock the fucking tooth out of his mouth. It's falling to the ground as you're looking at him.
So then she's gonna come up and I guess hit him in the ear this time.
Okay.
Nope. Well, no. Back to normal rolls.
Yeah, so you go to hit him again. You throw the other fist at him, and he you see him in a very graceful way, lean back ever so slightly, blood spilling out of his mouth where the tooth just fell out, and he does dodge the attack.
Real quick, Xavier.
Yeah.
I have one last bardic inspiration dice. I know this is a weird thing, but am I able to use it?
Absolutely, it's the top of the round.
Okay, perfect. Then, when Ree hits him, Gray's gonna shout, "Good, do it again, you're doing great!" And, another D8.
Alright, there we go, D8.
That's
Oh, night-night, buddy. Sorry.
I know, I love seeing him come in. When Dackle turns around and raise her eyebrows and be like, okay, kind of give an approving look.
Not now, I'm have money on this. Get him, Ree!
And I guess Ree will do a nimble escape, bonus action nimble escape to take a couple steps back.
Okay. So you see him kind of taking the deep breath after the first shot. He dodges the second one, and as he goes to breathe through that second attempted strike, you kind of take your opportunity and get the fuck out of dodge. Alright, so back at the top of the round. His eyes open, and he looks towards you, and he draws his hand across his mouth and looks down, and he says, "I fucking loved that tooth. Now I'm going to kill you." And he charges you.
Big ass tooth.
So he takes a couple long, like, almost, like, strideful leaps, like bounding leaps towards you. And as he does so, he goes up on one toe and swings his leg around, almost like a full ballerina on-point pirouette, and just attempts to slap the shit out of you with the dirty side of his foot. And that's a nat fucking 1. So as he swings around, he does a full circle, and then he kind of like does like another partial circle, and you see him kind of stumble now, and you see kind of like the chub in his face kind of like drip a little bit, and he stands back up and he wipes the blood, and then he goes into a kind of a focused state. And then he is going to kind of go back into his wide stance, and he's going to throw a couple of punches at you. Or at least he's going to attempt it.
Did you spend a key point on that?
So that's 19. So that is 19 to hit. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
20, did I get okay. Constitution. Yeah, that's about right. That's about fucking right.
Okay.
I don't think I've rolled so bad in a while. This is real bad, guys.
So,
You want to try refreshing D&D Beyond?
I've done it several times.
I was going to say, you do still have a D8 inspiration die if you want to use it. If not, then, I mean, it's all, yeah.
Can't
Okay.
imagine it matters, right?
Well, I can't tell you that information, but we
know.
can definitely. So you take 6 points of damage reduced to 3, and then Gray and actually all 3 of you have over a 15. So why don't all 3 of you go ahead and just give me a perception check? This is for passive perception.
Oh, you bitch.
I'm gonna retake my rolls. Go.
I'm just gonna roll mine and roll 20 because I'm still fighting with everything.
It's a black screen now instead of just your thing, so I think it might be worth it.
Hey, that's progress, I guess.
Something.
Wow. Okay. Well,
So disregard Kat and, Doc and Aurora. You two are just so infatuated with each other that Gray is the only one who notices, as he's the only one paying attention to the fight. Gray, so this guy spins, okay? He tries to do a spin kick. I mean, just whiffs Ree completely. Ree is kind of like bracing herself like, what the fuck is this guy gonna do? He comes into a wide stance. He throws the first punch, and it's not a hook. It is a straight punch. Hits her in the bridge of the nose. And as it happens, you notice a small flash of white energy ripple across this guy's knuckles, and it vibrates into Ree's face. Ree is effectively stunned. Immediately stunned. As that happens, he pulls back and with the same fist comes in to strike her once more. So the second strike hits, and that is for another 3, and that's already been rounded down. Another 3 points of bludgeoning. And Ree, I need you... Oh, actually, you know what? I think when you are stunned, you automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Yes, you do. So...
I'm incapacitated.
So you take another 8 divided is 4 piercing damage. So Gray, what you see is as the strike hits her in the bridge of the nose, the little white energy ripples over her face. He rears back and you see, I mean, she's literally like, head is physically spinning and her eyes are just wide, almost as if she's like just stunned beyond belief. He comes back down, hits her again in the face, but this time he hits her so hard that there is this force that hurls her up through the air 15 feet. She hits one of the spikes on the opposing side of the arena and literally skewers her shoulder. Her form still stunned as she's just kind of lazily laying there in the spikes. And that ends his turn.
I'm guessing because I'm not in the initiative, I can't. Or I have to wait until I guess the new turn. To
Top of
see
the turn.
Yeah. If I can make any check on that.
Okay, so unfortunately, Ree, you are stunned until the end of my next turn. So your turn simply passes. You do not take bleeding damage or anything weird like that, but you are still effectively stunned. So, top of the round, this guy, as she hits one of the spikes, he fucking charges. He charges straight at her. Gray will say if you or if anybody wants to say or do something, you are more than welcome to.
Doc would definitely be screaming like, you got this, you got this. She's very, very good.
I can't do anything that's not casting a direct spell, which I'm like 90% sure is cheating.
You are 100% sure it's cheating because they said flat out any intervention, mundane or magical, is immediately going to A, throw the fight or throw the entire combat. It will disqualify the person that it was benefiting, and it will result in legal action against the offender.
And yeah, he's just gonna watch.
Okay, with that being said, this guy's going to run up, and he's going to just take...
Oh wait, I
Yeah, go
guess
ahead.
it's the top of the round. So, can I just see and figure out what he's doing with his hands? Is that possible?
Yeah, make an intelligence check. You've never seen anything like this. You have no, you know what you're seeing. What I will tell you is that you are 100% confident in what you are seeing, but you have no fucking idea what it is. It does not appear to be magical. There is no incantation. The dude is pretty much just wearing rags. He has no jewelry on. He has no tattoos. There's nothing special about what he has on. You don't think it's magic items. You don't think it's spells. Unless it was put on him before he entered the arena. Okay, with that being said, he's going to go ahead and he's going to charge Reet. Okay, so the first one is a hit. Second attack is a hit. So, he's not doing anything fancy, he's just punching you. So that, wow, that's max damage. That, holy fuck. So that's 20 total, reduced is 10 points of bludgeoning. So both hit. I mean, and you guys see, he kind of like jumps in between the spikes and just starts hammering her in the head. Her face is literally bouncing off of the spikes. As his turn ends, you finally hear you kind of start to come to, and you hear the whoosh of water, and you hear the crowd, and then you hear, Doc like, Ree, you got this, kick his ass! And you come to and you look down, and your shoulder has literally a spear sticking out of it from behind you that's stuck to the wall, and this guy is just hammering you in the top of the head.
Okay. Cool.
Now, just so you know, you did take damage, so you're still raging. I'm not going to take that away from you, and you still have your inspiration.
So I guess she'll pull herself off the wall. First
Okay.
off.
I'll tell you what. Make a nature check. This is to get yourself out of a trap without taking additional damage.
I can guarantee this is going to fail.
Yeah, that fails. Okay, yeah, you take 2 points of damage reduced, so another 1. But you very skillfully remove yourself from the spike.
Okay. You know what? I want to try to get away from the spikes, so that sucked. Try to get on the other side of him.
Yep.
I'd like to first attack, just punch him. The second attack, I'd like to shove him.
Okay,
Into the
understood.
spikes, because I did appreciate that.
Okay.
All right, here we go. First attack. Okay, there we go.
So, hang on one second. It says so using your attack action, you can make a special melee attack to shove a creature, knock it prone, or push it away from you. If you're able to... Okay, it replaces one, because you've got multi-attack, correct? You don't
Yeah, I
have...
got two
Okay,
attacks.
okay. Just wanted to make sure. I was thinking of, like, the dual wielding versus actually having 2 attacks, so you're good. Okay, so, oh, fuck yeah, 23.
Just to punch him. I'm just gonna punch him in the face and then
Yep, so...
just like Sparta kick him in the chest to push him into the spikes.
Yeah, so he, like, turns around, and you punch him in the face, and he kind of reels back, like, kind of almost in disbelief, like, holy fuck, I thought I had this one in the bag already, and he begins to bleed. Then you go for the kick. So go ahead and make another unarmed strike. I believe it's an unarmed strike, actually. Hang on, how does this fucking work?
It's,
I got it right here. I've been saving it, because... Okay, so you need to make either an athletics check, or... Yeah, you make a strength athletics check, and I make either an acrobatics or an athletics check, and whoever is higher wins, essentially.
okay, so she's going to, yes, use her athletics, and she has an advantage on this, and then she's also going to use her inspiration as well.
Understood. I am going to use acrobatics. I don't have inspiration, but That's still pretty fucking good. 18,
I'm just putting the extra stank on it, just in case.
3, 4, 25.
These
So
rolls I like. Keep
27. That's better.
That is so fucking funny. I rolled a 25. I'm not kidding you. I rolled an 18 with a plus
I think I
7.
did that then.
Yep, that was awesome. I mean, that literally was that. The extra stank is exactly what you fucking needed. So, okay, so as he starts to recover from the punch to the face, you rear back and just full force kick him in the chest. And you see him start to kind of like dodge out of the way, but the force of your foot is so strong that it fucking hits him square in the guts, and he loses his balance and just whoosh right back into... It's 5 feet, right? I think it's 5 feet. Yep, perfect.
That should just put him into the spikes, hopefully.
Yep, let me just make a really quick check here for him. Okay, so he does not get stuck in the spikes. So he takes half damage, but he does catch a spike. So you see him catch a splinter, and it cuts through his arm. I mean, big splinter, not little bitch splinter, like the size of a dagger, comes up and through part of his muscle on his left arm. And he kind of looks at you as he's like looking at the other spikes that were like near his head and the one that's under his armpit, and he's just like, "Oh fuck, this is this is dangerous business."
You son of a bitch. And then she'll dance back a little bit further.
Okay. All right, top of the round. People in the stands. Are we doing anything? Oh shit! Did we lose Cat again?
So I can see her, but I had to go in. We were troubleshooting. I had to do. I can hear her see both, and that's when she showed up on it. So Doc again cheering. Just trying to give re-encouragement, but going absolutely wild. Because she's winning. Or doing better.
Oh, about winning.
I fixed it.
I can see Cat now. Nice.
All right. Yeah, I pulse. Oh god, I can hear myself. Hang on.
Yeah, we're gonna mute.
Mute yourself,
Jeez.
please.
No, you can put it back to video. You just need to refresh because I think Cat fixed her problem.
Oh, okay.
No, I had to keep mine on both. When I tried to change it, it killed it again.
All right, I'm good. Yep, that fixed it. I did not have to keep it both. I just had to switch back to video. So, okay, so, all right, so, sorry, so whatchamacallit, actually give me a second. That's
Xavier,
awkward. Hang on, settle down.
You can manually mute too. Let's see if you hover over there.
I don't think it's an issue of mute. I've got two visuals on.
Oh.
He cast mirror image. Which was the real one?
We know the reason behind it and a potential fix as well, so I'll share that with you after.
All right. Anyways, okay. So Doc is shouting out to the combatants. Gray and Aurora. Anything from you two? Anything from the peanut gallery?
Gray's just gonna quietly watch. He's gonna kind of say, "I don't like it." Well, legally,
You're saying what? Did you say?
I've legally done all I could.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, so
Aurora is going to speak up. She's going to yell to the combatants. Breaker of trains. What the fuck does a dwarf have on you? Kick his ass, and yeah, just voice pitch to carry.
Gray, make a perception check for me.
The stuff Doc is screaming is like, kick him right in the face butt. She's just trying to encourage him, or encourage her to go after his face butt.
You know what? I believe me and Reed traded, so I am perfectly okay with this.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, what happened? I asked Gray to roll, not Ree. What the fuck?
I'm perfectly okay with this outcome.
Rolls.
Please.
Okay,
keep 'em. You
so
bet.
disregard. Okay, so All right. So this guy, he dances out of the spikes. And he repositions himself around Ree. And he is going to, once he gets up into this position, he kind of looks down. He pulls the little dagger-like spike out. He looks up at the Battle Master, and you guys see the Battle Master quickly. He grabs a like a large mallet, and he slaps it against a copper gong, which makes this. And he kind of nods, and he throws the spike on the ground behind him. And as he does so, he comes back and fucking haymakers, full force, tries to drop a haymaker on Ree. So that is a 14, so that misses. As the haymaker misses, he's going to try to follow up by spinning around, using the momentum of his fist to then create a 3-point landing on the ground. And as he does so, he's going to swing his left leg around and try to kick you. And that is a 20 exactly. So that's 7 reduced to 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw. No problem.
It's got a blue or giant error message on D&D Beyond as soon as I roll that die.
Thank God, 'cause I thought it was just me.
Oh no, are they going down?
Please going down.
No! Stop fucking refreshing, everybody!
I didn't refresh at all. I just rolled.
No, not you. I just meant people in general, because I'm on D&D Beyond too, and I'm good, so.
Yeah, but I got it set up. Oh, it's reloading now. Hopefully it was a little...
Maybe it was one of them damn old UFOs they've been finding in the skies over North America. Scrambling our Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. Anyways, so you feel the kick lands, and as it lands, this guy, he tries to lay a little something on you, and you feel yourself start to like whoosh back, but you dig your heels in and you just glide about 6 inches on the ground. I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Maybe I can do that for you. I don't know, because now I can't get back in.
Yeah, I got it.
It's no rush on my end.
Yeah, also an error. I think D&D's done.
I apologize for breaking the internet tonight.
I don't think it was your fault. I think it's D&D.
No, it's her fault.
You know, I think we're just gonna have to do an extra game to make up for it. We're just gonna have to try and fit in another game.
I even tried clicking like straight into it.
Well, why don't we just do this? Kevin, we know what your Constitution saving throw bonus is, so why don't you in D&D Beyond just go ahead, or I mean in Roll20, just go ahead and throw a D20. And then if we scroll up a little bit, you have a +6 Constitution save.
Okay, that works. Okay, so that's going to be 18.
18, yep, no problem whatsoever. Again, Gray, you see that as the foot lands, right, as the blow lands, there is this weird vibration of energy that you see. Not only does Ree dig her heels in, slide back about 6 inches, but she resists being knocked back all the way. And as she starts to kind of like, you see her head start to do the shaky bit with the vibration, she kind of shakes it off and then refocuses on him. All right, Ree, on that note, it is your turn.
Okay, so, yeah, she's going to... Yeah, I know why he's where he is. So she's going to try to circle around him to keep those spikes not in her trajectory. And she's going to one punch to the butt chin. That's what is my attack? It's a +5.
Yep. Okay, so it's a 15. So a 15 does not hit. As you go to punch, he throws his right hand out, catches your palm, and then lets it touch his face, and you hear an audible as he pushes your hand away.
That's fucking weird. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 17 to hit.
17 does not hit. Again, he throws the other hand up, and again, you hear an audible, okay, you dumb bitch, let's do this.
You're getting real fucking weird now, man. Okay, that's it. That's all I got.
All right. So, he dances around you a little bit, really fast. Way faster than somebody of his stature should. He gets to where he currently is, you facing below him in the towards the south, and he kind of pulls one knee up to his chest and he thrusts it out, almost like a viper lashing out at a target. That is a 17. You said you have 16 AC, is that right? Okay.
That's
So that's 9 points reduced to 4. 4 points of bludgeoning. And then he is also going to lash out with 2 more strikes. Alright, so both strikes land. I need a dexterity saving throw from you and a constitution saving throw from you, please.
okay. I'm just trying to see what my saves are. Okay, dex save.
No problem. As the Viper Strike hits you, you feel him trying to kick you so hard in the stomach that you double over and hit the ground. You resist it completely. And for the Constitution saving throw.
On save. Sorry, I just need to go back and.
Yeah, no
scroll up and see
problem.
what that shit is.
Hey, the good thing is we got a bunch of this shit in early on.
Right.
D&D Beyond can kiss my ass.
Yeah, totally.
Isn't this like the second time they've pulled this shit?
Yeah.
Like, normal role-playing game enthusiast adults play games on Sunday nights because it's the only time we have.
Yeah, that's about right. So that fails.
Ooh, okay.
You just forfeit the game after a while? This is just sad at this point.
So he lashes out with the Viper Strike, kicks you, you fail to drop. He kicks you again, it hits you, you fail to drop. And as he reaches down to punch you, he hits you full force, with you still standing. But again, Gray, you see that weird white vibration of energy, and as it hits Rhea in the temple, she begins to stagger. And she just stands still. So, that is her turn. Back to the top of the round. Anybody have anything?
Yeah, I can't access my character sheet right now, but the fucking when he looked at the gong, did that
Yep.
Is there anything with that? Do we know why the man hit the gong?
Make a history check for me. If
Okay,
you
I
can.
got my character
Okay,
sheet.
I was gonna say if you know what your history is. I know it's high. I think it's high. Maybe I'm wrong. No, it's not high. Okay, never mind. Yeah, no. So much is happening so fast, and Rhea's getting the absolute shit kicked out of her. Actually, Rhea still looks in really good condition. She's just getting hit a lot, but it's just not doing much to her. Actually, technically, if we're talking about percentages, this guy's doing way worse than she is. But no, you hear the gong, you see him throw the thing down, and you're like, what the fuck? You have no idea. Okay, Doc or Aurora?
Doc's just still trying to be as encouraging as possible. She knows she can't interfere. She doesn't want to get redisqualified or anything. She's just yelling like, "You got this, Rhea. You got this."
Aurora is also trying to be encouraging, but as she is getting into, like, into the spectating of the fight, her encouraging is starting to veer more derogatory towards the dwarven opponent and less encouraging towards Ree. It's not quite super toxic yet, but she's definitely starting to veer off the positivity train.
Yeah, you two are made for each other.
All right. So, anyways, peanut gallery. Ree, I don't know if you had taken the damage yet. It was 19 damage reduced to, we'll call it 9. 9 bludgeoning. That was from that round of 3 attacks.
Okay, down to 9, you said?
Yes. No. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I reduced it down to 9. Okay. So, it is back to the top of the round. You are stunned this round. However, he is going to attack you twice. He doesn't do anything fancy. He just is trying to beat the shit out of you. The first part, he lays into you, and he hits. As you kind of start to stagger back, he throws himself backwards, landing his palms behind him, like above his head, and springboard double kicks you in the chest. You fly back 15 feet and miss the spikes by literally about 3 feet. However, that was a critical hit, that second one. So you take... Actually, that's not that bad. That was 20 damage total reduced to 10. 10 points of bludgeoning. And then his turn ends. And as his turn ends, Ree, you come back to your senses.
Good senses. They're keen. You're gonna come back, punch him in the face twice, miss twice.
Oh no.
No, she's getting discouraged.
There we go.
Oh, actually, that's a good hit.
No, we traded roles, remember?
That one misses.
Give me 1 second. Let me change something here.
Sorry, I have no more d8s to give.
So as you lash out with the first strike, Ree, you pop him in the side of the head, and you see his ears start to visibly bleed. He is actually at this point, he is effectively bloodied at this point, and you are just barely there. But as you rear back with the second fist, you go to throw it at him. He takes a deep breath in and starts to move to the left. You hear, out of the corner of your ear, if there is such a thing, to the right! Take a guidance, D4, as the guy who owns the tavern stands up out of his chair and shouts at you, to the right.
Wait, guidance is legal?
Nope. It's fucking not.
Okay.
On take the guidance on this roll, or...
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
He has a very specific effect. So that is a 19. 19 hits. And the blow connects. So he kind of, his head shakes ever so slightly, and he puts his face in his palm. The three of you up in the stands, you look across, and you see 2 guards walk up to him and place their hands on his shoulder and sit him down. And you see one begin to whisper into his ear. Gray, give me a perception check.
Roll high this time, man.
No, I'd rather roll low and re-roll high. Oh no.
So, Gray, if I'm not mistaken, with the alert feat, or is it the alert feat? Or no, what is the feat that you have that allows you to have the high perception?
Allow me to give you the exact name. It is Observant.
Observant. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, you can read lips with that feat. Is that correct?
That is correct, as long as I understand the language.
Okay. So, 1 crossbowman, 1 spearman. They grab him, they sit him down. The spearman kind of puts his spear back and he leans down and he begins to whisper in his ear. In common, you hear the guy say... You don't hear the guy say, you see the guy say... If you try that again, you know what will happen to you. And you see the innkeeper, he whispers up to the guy, I don't think anything will happen if I do it again. Otherwise, everybody will find out about your mother. Half-breed. And the guard steps back, and he kind of looks over to the crossbowman, and he nods over, and they both step back to the wall.
Gray is gonna give a thumbs up and a smile to the guy across.
He catches your eye, and he just gives you a quick wink.
Doc screams down. Chris, applesauce, butter in your eye. Today's my lucky day.
Please God, tell me that was not you casting guidance. Okay, I was like, look, one of these motherfuckers can get away with it one time.
No. I don't even know if I got away.
God. Sorry,
All I'm
guys.
saying is Gray's respect arose sharply after the comment of Mother.
All right, Rhea, on that note, anything else that you have for this round?
Yeah, she'll just step around again, trying to keep her back away from the spikes as best she can.
All right.
By the way, is there like a? I see there's steps here. Is like a limit to like here, basically where she can go? That I would know.
You mean a limit as far as like?
As far as like where they can actually fight.
Oh, you can go anywhere that a guard is not guarding, so you can't exit the doors. Don't obviously get in the guard's space, and don't try to go up the stairs. Other than that, it's fucking free game.
All right, bonus action. She'll nimble escape 10 feet backwards.
Okay. Perfect. All right, so this dude's turn. Give me 1 second. I actually gotta take a look and see what his speed is. Oh, he's fast. Okay.
Fast as fuck, boy. That is one of your titles too, Reed. Don't worry.
Nice.
All right, so he turns on his heel, and you can see again he's bloodied as shit. He throws one fist back, and as he throws it forward, right before he hits you, he flips his palm open to get a like more surface area, almost slap on you. And as he does so, it hits you in the belly and just makes a flesh on flesh slap sound, and that's it. He kind of looks up at you wide-eyed. He rears back with his other fist, and he tries to hit you in the face this time.
For the tummy pat.
After the tummy pet, the
There's a real one.
left hook actually hits. So that's 8 reduced to 4 points of bludgeoning, and I need you to make a... Actually, I take that back. He is going to just... so as he hits you, it throws you off guard, and until the end of your next turn, you cannot take reactions. And he runs back to the center of the arena after that kind of failed assault on you, and then he looks up at you and he points, wiping blood from his face, and he says... You fucking green-blooded bitch. Get down here and fight me like a man. And he ends his turn.
I'm able to hear him in the stands.
Oh, you hear him clear as day. This place has got great acoustics.
Okay.
Must not vicious mockery.
We will scream, "I am no man!"
That's the offense!
She runs in, and she'll attempt to punch him twice in the face. Nope. Hey, got one. All right.
Okay, sorry about that. Man, you broke me. And then my cold was like, fuck you. That was funny. That the only slight in that comment was that he called you a man. Weird question. Every single one of your attacks is dealing 5 damage. Is that just luck of the draw, or do you have it set to average?
So, my unarmed strike, all it
Oh,
is,
you know what? Disregard. I totally forgot. Unarmed strike rules. It's always 1 plus your strength modifier, isn't it?
right.
Plus rage damage. Yep.
Plus my rage damage, yeah. So.
Yep. Okay. I apologize. That's totally on me.
Yep. Yeah, and then she'll bonus action nimble escape. Oh wait, what was that? That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
That's the
40.
quote of the night, you guys.
Back there.
I am no man.
It's like, come fight me like a man, you pussy! You big dumb butthole chin.
All right. So the first blow misses, second blow absolutely lands. You kick him in the side, and he kind of like he wavers a little bit, and he looks down, and as you look at his belly, like where your foot hit, there is a red mark. As you get back to the top of the stairs and turn around, that red mark has now turned into a dark purple bruise and has begun bruising in his abdomen. He kind of shakes his head a little bit, looks around, and he closes his eyes, and he takes a very deep breath. And as he does so, Gray, Aurora, and actually everybody go ahead and give me a perception check.
Me too.
Yep. Oh yeah, you too. I'm only giving it to you because you're the one fighting him. Sorry, what
I
was
was
that?
robbed on my screen. That was a
accidentally
10.
rolled twice.
Okay, so 8 for Doc, disregard Doc. Gray, you see it. Oh, fuck. Wow. Kev, that was a really good review. Why did you roll an 18 on perception, but you can't fucking hit this guy?
I don't know. That's a good question. Thank you for asking.
D&D Beyond?
All right, so Gray, Aurora, and Ree. Wow, sorry. So you see this guy, as he gets kicked, the bruise starts to... I mean, literally, you can see he's got an internal bleed and it's fucking nasty. He puts both of his fists together, one palm open, and a closed left fist against the open palm. He takes a deep breath in. As he exhales, you hear him saying something, but you're not entirely sure what it is. But it's very, very quiet, very, very mellow. The bruise, over the course of the next 6 seconds, vanishes from his side. The blood from his mouth, where the teeth have been kicked out, begins to drip away, and you see that he has, in some way, shape, or form, prevented himself from being on death's door. And that's his entire round. He ends his turn.
Oh, that's
Bree.
okay. I guess. Yeah, I know what he did. I know what he is. But yeah, Ree will.
I know your tricks.
I know your tricks. I got them too. At least one. She'll do the same thing. She'll like, "What? I said come up here and attack and fight me, you pussy!" And she'll come back down 5, 10, 15, and probably take the help action, I assume.
You said the help action?
Did he hold an action to attack when I got there?
Oh no, that was his action. He used his
Oh, that was his whole thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
his action was to use that ability. Yep.
Okay. All right. Nice. Yeah, she will. She'll recklessly attack. Glad I did, because that other one was a 2. That was Garbo. Okay, so that's a dirty 20. She'll do it again. This action, hop back another 15 feet.
Okay, so the so this
Actually,
was
20 feet.
so first one definitely hits.
Yeah, second one definitely does not.
Second one definitely does not. And yeah, so you lunge at him, you pop him right where he had that bleed nice and sutured up. However he managed to do it, the blood just begins to gush out of his mouth again. Second,
Your lips split like that.
the second strike misses. You bound back a little bit, and then he kind of blinks through it and comes to. You hear him. He kind of looks up at you, kind of through blood-stained eyes now. And he says, "You fucking slime skin, nose-picking trash heap shitball. I've got you now."
Those describe me, yes.
And then he charges you.
Yeah, that's good. Right where I want you.
And he's going to try to hit you. You did recklessly attack last turn, is that right? Okay.
She only has one butthole.
Wow. So the first strike, he tries to full force haymaker, and you just you duck no problem, swishes right over your head, and that's even with advantage. Then he rears back and with almost unnatural speed drops 2 more with the same fist on top of you. The first one is a hit, and the second one is also a hit. So that's 18 reduced to 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and then I need you to make a strength saving throw, please. Oh, no problem. You feel this prick try to hit you and try to knock you back with those hammer blows that he lays on you, and you can feel, at this point, after that second one that you resist, you chill the fuck out, because you realize he's starting to pant, and he's now sweating. He is running out of energy in this fight, period. Okay.
Right where I want you.
And that unfortunately ends his turn. Bree. And if anybody's doing anything in the peanut gallery, just interject at the top of the turn, please.
Aurora's just getting more and more nasty. She's starting to...
Okay, hey, really quick, Aurora, do you continue to sling shit about dwarves? Are you getting racist still? Because you started it, and you didn't notice that people took notice. So, is she still going off on about dwarves?
At the moment, it's right in that line of keeping it focused on this fucker. But yeah, it's not friendly.
Maybe like 3 more rounds. It's gonna start getting real nasty.
Okay.
Pretty much. Or
Okay.
if this fucker keeps insulting Marie. Because
Okay.
she is no longer watching her tongue.
As a note on that, if Doc starts to hear it becoming blatantly racist as opposed to just this guy.
To be fair, it was blatantly racist the first time she said, "Don't let this dwarf."
But it was focused on him. If it starts to
But she used his race specifically. It wasn't "fuck this brawler," it was "fuck this dwarf." So, just so you and I are clear, you already heard a racial issue.
Right. But if she starts to be, if it continues, if it's work this, work that, then Doc's actually going to change to covering her mouth and forcing her to sit down, if possible. Otherwise,
The fuck, are you guys on date 3, or...?
Otherwise she's on her feet. She's yelling at the guy too, but it's more about how he's got a butthole on his face and encouraging Bree.
Okay, understood.
Gray, who seeing as the guy is pretty pretty badly injured now, is gonna shout to Ree, "Remember to not kill him. I don't want to pick you out of jail, please."
Yeah. By the way, all my hits have been non-lethal. I probably should have mentioned.
Oh, you know what? I did not know that. Okay. All right. Noted. As Gray shouts this down to Ree, the tavern owner stands up, slams his mug down, his goblet, so hard that the glass on it shatters, and he says, "Fuck that! End him!" By the way, his blows have not been non-lethal. He is dealing real physical damage to you. Okay. On that note, Ree, I believe it is your turn.
Okay. Just going to do another reckless. I mean, that's so far it's like the only thing that's actually been able to hit him.
Advantage do be striking, though.
Do be striking, though. Okay, I'm gonna do that again because
Oh!
that didn't do it.
Oh no. To be fair, on a couple of my advantages against you, I've rolled nat ones too. Oh, hey, there we go. Beautiful. Oh yeah, you fucking hit him for sure.
And she's gonna put some Fury of the Small stank on that also, so
Ooh.
7 additional.
Oh my god! What the fuck? That's high. Holy shit.
Is it your level? Your barbarian level?
Holy shit! No, I think it's total
It's just
total class
7.
level. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
always
it's
it's
like
always
you get
because
total class
because
level.
Fury of the Fall, excuse me, Fury of the Small is a racial ability, so it just takes whatever your total level is.
That makes sense.
So yeah, you lunge at this fucking guy, and as soon as he drops that last slur on you, you pop him in the stomach, and you see your fist literally like hits something hard that is not muscle. You are convinced you've just punched this man in the spine from the front, and he rears to the right and pukes all over the ground as you do so, and his abdomen begins to bruise. That was a brutal strike.
You made him shit out of his face.
Yeah, it looked like you're Rhea is convinced he just shat out of that chin. You knew that chin had a purpose.
All right, and as he's like leaning over puking, she's gonna try to just get him in the ear, the side of the head. It was hanging on a natural 20. Damn it.
So the 13 unfortunately does not hit. But that first blow, I mean, that was more damage you've done in one strike than, I mean, obviously the entire combat.
It was just so fucking close. It was just almost natural. Pissed me off so much. Okay.
So, back to the top of the round. Anything from the peanut gallery before I take my turn?
Yeah, so Doc will scream and made him shit out of his face, but she's also going to have, she's got, I don't want to call it...
Hang on really quick. Make a performance check for me, because you just made him shit out of his face. It's probably the funniest thing these people have heard from a reigning champion.
The other guy, right?
Hopefully it was a 10.
No, the other guy is a reigning champion. But that's what I'm saying. Nobody's heard that about a reigning champion before. Like, there's nobody... If you insult the reigning champion and then go back to your hovel, shit's gonna get set on fire in the middle of the night. Okay, got it.
So Doc has her, so it's not really a headlock, but she's got her arm, like, around, and she's covering Aurora's mouth, so she stops screaming things. But she's cheering with her other hand, so she's probably spilling ale all over both of them, and just yelling things and trying to keep Rhea encouraged.
It's one of those arena fights.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
Ray moves 5 feet back so he doesn't get stuff spilled on him.
Yeah, and she's sloshing it all over. I'm assuming everybody's drinking happily and heartily during this 45 seconds of combat.
I
I mean, that's where we're at.
I also... Yeah, I also want to send the fucking... I want to send a message to the tavern owner. And basically go...
I'm sorry, by send a message, what do you mean?
Oh, actually, never mind. That's bad. Yeah, I cancel that.
I was gonna say, look, do you have a pigeon,
cancel
a
that.
bat?
Nope.
Are you gonna
Nope.
disapparate
I'm not
over?
gonna do it.
What are we doing?
Doc, go tell the tavern this.
I send smoke signals.
Yeah, Gray's head is on fire as the, counter spell specialist in the audience. No, I'm kidding.
I guess he'll just kind of look at the tavern keep from across, be like, "What? What the fuck?"
He kind of puts his arms up like, and you see him say in common because you can read lips. He says, "What do you mean, what the fuck?"
Trying to get arrested.
Oh, he blinks and he goes, "I'm good, trust me."
Okay, and then that's it.
All right, Buttchin's turn. So, Buttchin is legitimately looking very, very, very bad. Even with what he managed to heal back, he's not having a good time. But he looks at Rhea through bloodied eyes and bloodied mouth and bruised abdomen, and he says, "You know what you are, boy? You're nothing but a fucking trash gnome." And he rears back on one leg, and he tries to kick you twice with the same foot. The last strike you made, was that?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure that I'm rolling appropriately. No crits, that's good. But both strikes with the foot hit you. Oh, that's max damage. So that's 20 points of damage reduced to 10. Bludgeoning. But they both hit, and you hear bones in his feet break as he kicks you. And you see him wince, but he continues. It is a relentless assault. He knows he's in a bad place now. And you, as a fighting specialist, feel that he knows he's in a bad place. And that ends his turn. He doesn't move, he doesn't do shit.
Okay. I'm sorry, just gotta write down the number here on the thing. Okay. Ree will just take a moment, take a breath, kind of similar to how he did.
I know what you're doing.
You know what I'm doing.
Because when barbarians do, they do. When fighters, they do, they do. Oh, that's beautiful. That's an extra 18 hit points, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Okay. Right. Now, she is going to continue just recklessly attacking.
Alright, so as Ree breathes in, where she just got kicked, which was like in the torso and then once in the left side of the ribs, you guys see that there was definitely a break in the ribs, no doubt. Like, part of the rib was actually sticking through the flesh. As she takes those couple of deep breaths, you see her kind of with her elbow, like, crunch down on one of the rib pieces. It pops back in, and you see the skin seal up.
Yeah, and she'll kind of give like a little like wink and out, like, mm-hmm. And then
And his eyes go wide. He's like, oh fuck.
oh yeah. And another shot to the recklessly.
Alright.
Fucking Christ. Nope.
No, you lunge at the midsection, and you just do not manage to land a successful blow. Like, you hit him, but you feel the muscles tense up.
Here we go. Come on. Hit him. No, nothing.
Unfortunately,
Absolute garbage.
the second strike hits. But as it hits, he leans to the side, and with as slick as he is right now, in sweat and blood, your fist just hits and grazes off. Barely.
Greasy.
Yeah, he greasy. Why you so greasy?
Why is it greasy? You nasty.
Alright, back to the top. Peanut Gallery, anything?
I have a thing.
Uh-oh. Aurora's like, I pull my longbow out and fire 4 shots into the crowd.
Bites off Doc's finger.
Surprise, motherfucker! Yeah, right? I lick the inside of her palm. What are you doing, you weirdo? Tell us, you halfling weirdo.
Fucking laughter moisture. So at the trash gnome comment, Aurora just she gets very angry. And she's gonna kinda just shoulder off that hand for a second. And she's going to start yelling. And it's gonna start with a kill him, kill that, and then she's gonna pause and say, just put him in the ground. Ask any racist. That's fair.
Doc's gonna play off that and go, yeah, play whack an ass face.
Fucking ass.
Whack an ass face? Whack an ass face, right? Is that what I'm understanding?
Whack an ass face.
Doc, make a performance check.
I'm not good at those.
I know.
Hey, it's one better than last.
Any chance I can help because we're yelling together?
No. However, you all collectively notice that as this is the second time Doc has shouted something that has drawn the collective attention from people around you, you hear audible fucking chuckles from all the guardsmen standing around you. All of you do.
I was really worried the tower was gonna get set on fire.
No, I think Gray's he's good for now.
All right.
my insults have power. I'd rather not sling them.
Fair enough. All right. So, now you see this guy start to get desperate. He starts to panic a little bit. He dodge rolls, I mean, literally, almost like tumbles around you until he gets behind you. Yeah, this is the Dark Souls roll. He rolls around you, leaving a small blood trail. It's like blood, puke, piss, and sweat. Just greasy, just nasty greaseball. This motherfucker, this racist piece of shit, is just slinging insults at you nonstop. And as he gets his back against the pillar, he kind of blinks through the blood, and he's just like, "You know what you are, girl? Nothing but a fucking orc slave, slime-balled piece of shit, pig skin." And as he's screaming these things at you, he throws everything he has into you to try to strike you. So the first one strikes. As it hits you, I need you to make a strength saving throw. Beautiful. He hits you, and you feel yourself, like, lift up and off the ground ever so slightly, but again, you dig your heels in, and you throw yourself backwards, and it prevents you from moving. The second one hits you. I need you to make a strength saving throw. Again, no problem. You dig your fucking heels into the ground, and you just refuse to let this piece of shit do anything that has to do with spikes again to you as you look down at the wound in your shoulder. However, damage, you take 8, so it's 4, 10, 17. So it's 17 reduced to 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And that ends his turn. Ree.
Yeah, just kind of push him against the wall and just try to like get him twice in the nose. Still just reckless all the time.
Okay. Ooh, not great. So you go to hammer him. His head very, very quickly leans to the right. Bam! You hit the pillar. Second attack. Perfect. As he comes back up, he goes to feint to the right again. Guess what? You called that bitch's bluff. Bam! Popped him right in the bridge of the nose. So that is for 5 points. So at this point, he is looking, and even though he has hit you more times than you've hit him, he is looking on par as far as bloody is concerned with you. Almost like within a couple hit points. So, any other actions? You see him for the first time. He leans back against the pillar. He begins to breathe heavily. And he goes, "Fuck, you're tough. But fuck you.
Boy.
Fuck you. See, I knew you were a boy." And he puts his weight into the pillar and uses the weight of the pillar with his arms placed against the sides of it to lean back and then kick you in the chest twice. All right. He hits you the first time. Make a strength saving throw for me, please. Beautiful. Again, you feel him in vain attempting to knock you back. And you just are, you look down and your heels now have like a 2 or 3 inch divot in the dirt where you are resisting being actually physically pushed back. The second one hits, and again, I need a strength saving throw. He is desperately trying to get you off of these stairs. And it is very clear to you. Oh, no! Unfortunately, he does manage to get you back. And then he charges you on top of that. He kicks you. As he kicks you, your feet dig, but the blood and the sweat and the nastiness has created a slick on the ground, and you just slide back and down the stairs. You don't fall prone, nothing like that. You just get knocked backwards. With that being said, you take 17 reduced to 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And he ends his turn.
So in the peanut gallery.
Oh, yeah, sorry, peanut gallery.
With that most recent comment, referencing orcs and whatnot, Doc's both of her hands. She's gonna have one over Aurora's mouth and the other one kind of hugging around her. She's still screaming encouraging things to Ree. Like, you got this, don't let that asshole get you down. But she's kind of like side glancing Aurora just to see how she's reacting to things, because as soon as she heard orc, it would have been basically octopus around her. Like, nope, you're not gonna kill anyone today.
On that note, actually, give me a... Can I... let's see. Give me a survival check by Aurora, Doc, and Gray, please.
Survival?
Survival, yep. So I'm using survival in a strange way. It is not survival as in you need to survive. This is survival as in you understanding the difference between types of damage. So Doc, no. Gray, yes. And Aurora, yes. You realize at this point in the fight that Ree is not dealing what you would refer to as, you two would refer to as, lethal damage. She is not hitting the points that would kill this man outright if she were to drop him into unconsciousness. He, however, is desperately trying to kill her. And it is very evident by the amount of blood she is shedding versus him, and the bruises that he has versus the lack thereof that she has. He is trying to kill her. She is trying to knock him out. Do with that what you will. Peanut Gallery, anything else?
I would say for Aurora's part there, the second that it was, that she heard the, orc slave comment, she goes very, very still and kind of zeroes in on him. Not casting, but he is definitely the object of her attention, fixation, and otherwise hunting instincts.
Okay.
In a way that hasn't happened since the Sunless Citadel.
Ooh.
Like a goblin, okay.
Yeah.
Gray, make a perception check. Oh yeah. You see her as Doc is restraining her and trying to keep her calm. You hear the comment go out, you glance to your right, and you see her zero the fuck in on this guy, to the point where you're almost convinced she's going to physically manhandle Doc into being able to draw her short bow and fire. She wants him.
At the end of the encouragement, Doc will whisper one thing to Aurora, and that is, think of Meepo. And then she's gonna go back to encouraging Ree.
Sly bitch.
I will also kind of like to lean over and go, save it for after, when you can get yourself arrested and not the rest.
At that point, Gray, with your 24 perception, you realize that with all of the absurdity of your little party's shouts and yells and hand muffles and zeroing in, there are a lot of dwarven eyes on you guys right now. Like, at least 6 sets of guards. Do with it what you will.
Definitely not now. Also, Doc will probably help you.
Aurora's not actively responding to any of them. She is just focused.
All right. Ree.
Okay. Ree's going to pivot around this guy, putting her back to the pillar here.
Okay.
And yeah, she's going to 1-2 punch here. Fuck, you kidding me?
The 16 hits.
Oh, it does.
You feel as you reach out to strike this man, that his resolve has broken. and that he's actively looking out of the corner of his eyes for a way out of the situation because he knows he's losing. His resolve is broken. His will is broken at this point, and he's relying solely on his strength, his fortitude, and his ability to manipulate the situation on a physical level to get out of the way. You hit him both times.
Nice.
Oops.
And if he's not down, she will.
He is not down, but as you pummel him both times, literally he drops to his knees, blood pouring out of his face, pouring out of his chest. He begins to cough, and teeth are falling out of his mouth, and he looks up at you, and he's just like, "You fucking bitch. What are you?"
Fucking breaker of change, motherfucker. So he'll take a step back and he's like, "Come at me, bitch."
So he turns towards you. He pulls himself up. He takes a couple of deep pants. Again, I mean, his face is literally just dripping with blood. He wipes the blood out of his eyes, blinks just enough to see, and then lunges at you full fucking force. Okay, so go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me. Oh, no problem whatsoever. So he lunges. I mean, literally, like tries to spear you in the center, just kind of like a line or like a football player, like a linebacker taken down, or defense. I don't know. I don't do football. I don't do football. That's why I'm here tonight. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. So he hits you in the center, and as he drives you back, you feel your body bounce off of the pillar. You will take damage for that, but we'll talk about that in a minute. He attempts to force you down to the ground, though, and you just absolutely refuse to go. You slip up and out of his grip. He kind of rebounds, grabs his footing, and he tries to spear you again. Give me another dexterity saving throw. So this time, unfortunately, he does hit you and he does knock you prone. But that is all he does in addition to what has just happened to you. So
Do I have disadvantage on the ground?
if he were to strike at you again, you mean if you are on the ground to attack him?
Yeah.
So you are technically prone. So disadvantage on attack rolls. Yep. If you're on the ground. Or you can spend 15 feet of your movement, or half of your movement to stand up.
Yeah.
So he stands there. Let me just do damage calculations really quick. So it's 19 reduced to 8 points of bludgeoning damage total. We're getting fucking close here. We're getting real fucking close. I built a really good NPC for you to fight because I was looking at all your details and I was like, how do we do the whole, 187 points of fucking damage I have to deal to you? Okay. That's the end, though. He spears you the first time, you bounce back. He spears you the second, lifts you up. You guys see, he lifts her up and slams her onto the fucking ground. And then he stands back up himself and he begins to stagger.
She'll stand up, use her 20 feet of movement to stand up. She's not gonna go anywhere, so it doesn't particularly matter. I mean, he's
Do
been
we
hit.
get to do something in the peanut gallery real quick?
Oh. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you don't. It's only at the top of the round.
Oh, top.
Top of the round is his turn.
Gotcha.
Fuck it. Keep recklessly. I think even if I don't, he's gonna hit me regardless. It's just law of averages. Here we go. Fucking damn it, man. Oh, stop with the shitty fucking. Yeah, I think this is game over for Ree.
The 15 hits.
Oh, what?
You saw his resolve begin to fail, and you punch him or kick him, whatever your flavor would
Yeah,
like to be.
she's just like standing up and just doing like an uppercut to the chin.
Yep. So you stand, as you stand up, you pop him in the chin. You know, as you hit him, if it were 20 seconds ago, he would have dodged or resisted, or he would have been focused. The dude has lost his will to focus. His true, unadulterated will to focus on him being able to get out of the way. And you pop him, and he just fucking, boom, head straight up into the air. He looks back down, and you see another tooth fall out of his mouth, and he spits, and he says, "You fucking slime skin."
Going for you, big guy. There it is.
Yes! A net 20!
You motherfucker.
Yes!
So that's
Please
double
tell me
damage.
that did
So that's 10 damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Please
You know
tell
what's
me
funny?
that
You know what's funny? He only had 8 hit points left.
I had
So.
7.
Oh, fuck. I knew it was coming close.
I've been watching.
So, Ree, explain to me what just went down. He looks up at you through the first strike, and you see he starts to waver. He calls you a slime skin bitch, and then he goes to rear back to punch you again. And you see his knuckles are bloodied. I mean, literally split into pieces, and he has been trying to kill you. You know this man wants you dead.
I guess Ree kind of has just like a second of inward reflection. She says in her mind, kind of maybe whispers a little bit, "Come on, girl, give me some of that glitter gold, baby." And she stands up, uppercuts to the chin, and then, you know, reels back for a moment, and then just the left hook, just across the cheek.
So as you do so, you all see actively as she clips him in the cheek. The dude goes up and off the ground. Gray, you are the only one who notices this. Ree's golden nugget flashes with a divine golden energy for a moment. Her fist holding the same sonic level energy that this dude has been laying on her this entire fight ripples across. She throws him about 15 feet down the stairs, where he hits and lands in a bloody heap, almost in the throes of death rattle, but definitely 100% unconscious. And the entire crowd goes wild. The guy, the tavern owner or the inn owner from the opposite end, stands up, grabs a sack of something, this big velvet sack, opens it up, digs his hand in, and begins hurling gold coins down into the arena as he screams, "Fuck yes! Ree! I knew you could do it!"
Doc?
And the crowd goes fucking berserk.
Ree fucking collapses against the pillar.
Doc's got her arms and legs wrapped around Laura. She starts like shaking her, and then lets go of her, goes over to Gray, and grabs him by his coat and shakes him. She's just, "She fucking
There's an ant on my coat. Hold on.
Peanut gallery?
I'd like to just point out as a side note, when the tavern keeper said that, I was half expecting a bro at the end.
No, he's not a bro. He doesn't do that.
Doc will say,
We don't do that here.
Doc will tell Gray, "Sing Set Sail Rail."
No.
You're the worst part ever.
So,
A few moments, Ree would get up and approach the dude.
okay. So you walk.
Tell you what, I'll do it at the tavern.
Aurora is just watching and zeroed in on his everything,
He is
kind of hoping Ree murders him.
full blown 100% unconscious. And at this point, as everybody's kind of beginning to act, the guards are starting to move as if things are starting to happen. The plates in the floor begin to slide back, and you hear the of the lifts coming up and out of the ground. Ree, what are you doing?
She'll just lean down, kind of like make sure that he's still alive.
Make a medicine check.
Okay.
That one. Oh fuck! You killed him.
You're not sure, but make a survival check to follow that up with.
Oh no! You killed.
He is still actively bleeding, which tells you that he's alive because dead people don't bleed.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, she'll lean down, like, "You're a tough son of a bitch. You're right. I am a slimy bastard. I'm a slimy little green motherfucker. You did well, but you son of a bitch, don't fucking talk to me that way again. Fuck you, R1."
Go ahead and
Stumble away.
take an inspiration point, a DM inspiration point, Reed. It was beautiful. So, the arena master comes out and he throws his hands up and he says, "To the winner, go the spoils. My friends, my fellow compatriots, and my fellow gambling addicts." We have a new champion, and many unhappy customers, I'm sure. For those who bid against the reigning champion, I'm sorry, and for those who are here for the new champion, against the reigning champion anyways, congratulations. Please bring your tickets to the front. We'll make our payouts within the next 45 minutes or so, and then everybody to the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn for a round on Mr. Gray! And he points over to you, and the crowd just goes fucking berserk. Ah, Gray! We love your music! You're so great!
I'll tell a story, but I'm not paying.
He's paying! Yay! Free beer!
That's like, he's paying! Yay!
He's gonna lean over to Aurora and go, "I see why you hate dwarves now."
Ooh, make a stealth
Very
check.
quietly.
Make a yeah. Oh, I heard you. Make a stealth check.
Please, Garl, help me out here.
Oh, now you're religious. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Hang on one sec. Let me just give you one counter roll. That's a 12, baby. They don't hear shit.
Aurora is gonna kind of. She's been staring towards his unconscious form. She's gonna kind of blink at that, give him a look that looks like it's supposed to say something, but actually says absolutely nothing. Then she's going to reach into her pouch to give Doc her ticket for the betting money,
Okay.
and just say, kind of half under her breath, "I'll meet you back at the end." And then she's going to turn and leave.
Okay.
When she tries to leave, Doc is, well, first of all, I don't want to be cheaty. Would Doc have noticed her staring at the body?
I was gonna say she ain't fucking hiding it, and
Okay.
you know her well enough over the last 4 weeks. No, over the last amount of time, when she hones in on something, she hones in on something.
Okay, so
It's a weird ass thing, which is like a little bit wrong.
rather than taking the ticket, Doc is going to lock arms. She's going to put her arm into Aurora's arm. And she's going to say, "Nah, we're going to go to the inn together."
Grail probably walking behind them, slumped over, kind of sad looking.
Aurora was absolutely dumbfounded because at no point in time did a no enter into her world of possible responses to that. And she's just gonna kind of
Doc will try to gently lead her. She's not going to pull. She's kind of giving you the option to walk away, but she has her arm locked in yours. She's trying to gently lead you toward the direction of not going to jail.
and to think I was gonna have Aurora like leave before she did something stupid. So she's after that kind of dumbfounded look, she's gonna okay, and just go with it. because now confusion outranks the absolute fucking hatred.
So let me just understand here. Did you just like leave the winning tickets on the fucking?
No, I
You just
have
left them there?
still. She
Okay,
had-
okay. I was like, did you guys really just throw more money at this whole thing to say re-fuck you?
Doctor didn't just Doctor didn't separate.
Okay, okay. Okay. So everybody has effectively left. Gray, you have I know, so everybody has taken coins out of their inventory. So Gray, you can add 40 gold to your inventory, and Candace, you can add 200 gold to your inventory because it was paid out of your inventory in total, unless you're giving something to Aurora.
Better question. How much do I have to pay for the inn?
I have that written down. You owe us.
No, I'm talking about now, because apparently I'm paying for drinks.
Drinks.
You can keep that.
You do so owe us for the room. If you buy all the drinks, then Doc will probably be like, okay, alright, I won't charge.
Apparently I don't have a choice.
Yeah, I have Gray owes 25 gold, 28 copper.
Would you? Would Doc? How would Doc handle that money thing?
So when you try to hand her the winning ticket, she grabs your arm and she says, "No, we'll go together." And then we go turn it in. She'll say, "That's 100 for you, and then 100 for me." But she'll put it in the bag, like in the same way, unless you go to grab for it.
Nope. She'll her brow furrow just a little bit, but she'll nod and she'll just kind of accept it.
When she sees the brow furrow, Doc will say, "I understand if you need a moment, but that moment can't land you in jail."
Yeah. It'd probably take a little bit of time before I go back to the inn.
This would be like while we're not around people, just for Xavier's reference.
It'd probably take a moment before we go back to the inn and re-need you. I won't do anything. I won't do anything stupid. I won't do anything Gray would do.
Oh boy, here we go.
She looks Aurora dead in the eyes with the most serious face you've seen on Doc, and she says, "He will get his."
Ray is currently slumped slightly forward, mumbling to himself.
Stupid fucking betting goddamn small people. Fucking, I can't be in the club.
Finally gets some fucking money, you know.
But with that, when she says he will get his, she kind of lets go, gives a nod and a blink, and then turns around and she's back to being cheerful, celebrating Timber's stock.
All right.
And, give her hand a quick squeeze before she leaves. And then she's gonna go where there's less dwarves, which shouldn't be too hard considering they're all gonna go to the fucking inn.
Well, okay, that's a little racist. They're not all going to the inn. But this is an entire town of dwarves, so they're pretty much everywhere. I know where you're going. You're going to your happy place, where there are only pigs and not dwarves, which is a strange, a strange thing to swap. Really?
Actually, no, because that's right behind the inn, isn't it?
It's right in front of the inn.
Then I'm gonna go somewhere else, and I don't know where I'm gonna go yet.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
don't wander, but there's going to be a lot of loud celebration there.
Yes, there will be much loud celebration there. You are assured of. You are assured of. On that note, we're gonna flash forward to the house the Dwarf Lord Inn. Ree, you can add 50 gold pieces to your inventory for your win. and we're going to do what I'm calling a retroactive roleplay, which will happen now in the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn on the night of your win. But I would like to get our 2 weeks worth of downtime activities done tonight. So we're going to go ahead and move forward, if you're okay with it, with your final round. Your final pit fighting round. So you come back the next week on Wednesday. It is another chump. We'll call him a chump. He's essentially just, you know, some bitch boy who thinks that he is 10 times better than you could ever be, and just because you took out that old greasy butt-chinned guy doesn't mean that you can take him out. And you guys go into the combat, and go ahead and give me the following. I need an athletics check, which strength athletics, which you can make with advantage because I know you're gonna rage.
Oh yeah.
I also need an acrobatics check, and I need an insight check.
That was the athletics. That's about right. For the insight, I'm going to do the inspiration.
Okay, absolutely understood. Go ahead and roll that with advantage.
Okay, good thing with that.
God damn. Okay, and then the acrobatics was a 6. Okay. So, you go into the fight. This guy circles around you for a little bit. He rushes at you. You're like, oh, this guy, I mean, in dwarven years, he's probably about 30, which, you know, in goblin years is about 8. And you're like, this fucking scrub really thinks he's going to try to get the midsection lift on me. You immediately grab him, pull him into a full suplex, and drop him on his fucking head. As you do so, you kind of kick him over a few times. He gets up, he looks around. He's like, what the fuck? And as that happens, you are on him. You jump at him with your legs, grab around his waist with your legs, and punch him twice in the face. You roll onto your side, but he slips out of your hold, and he slaps your head. Literally, full force slaps the side of your head off the ground, bounces your head off the ground, and stuns you for a moment. As that happens, you both get up and look at each other. He tries to watch your moves. You watch his moves. You lunge at him. And you're gonna give him one of the old goblin specialties, which is the from under. You know, the from undas, which is the from under punch. Of course, yeah, it's the uppercut, right? But he anticipates you actually trying to hit him a little bit lower than that, and he tries to jump over you. As that happens, you punch him right in the fucking gooch, and you punch him so hard in your rage that he just shits all over himself, flips backwards on the ground.
I'm under him though, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. But he begins to shit once he's behind you.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You don't get a shit shower.
The worst place to be.
This is the worst, literally, physically the worst place to be. But you punch him up and under the gooch, he flips over onto his back, shits all over himself, and then you get up on top of him, and as you rear your hand back to knock him the fuck out, he goes, no, I tap, I'm done. And the entire match is thrown. You earn an additional 50 gold coins.
Alright, mate, you shit yourself.
And he kind of looks around, he's like, he kind of breathes, and he looks down, and he goes, oh God, oh Moradin, I did shit myself. Oh fuck, my mother she'll never forgive me for this. I've disgraced the family. As the guards lead him off into the guards lead him off into the cage. He was a baby. But so you earn an additional 50 gold coins throughout the entirety of this event. Now, we are going to that concludes. So the end of the 2-week period, the end of the 2-week downtime is going to be the 11th of Jutet, Saturday, the 11th of Jutet. However, we will finish tonight with retroactive roleplay. And that is everybody meeting back at the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn. Kat, I will get to you because I know that there are probably particulars about you not being here initially. So Aurora is not here for all intents and purposes, but everybody else does arrive, and you are brought down to a table. You are seated. The music is lively and jovial and gay, and
This is right after the second pit fight.
yes, this is right after the second pit fight. So there we are. You find yourself in the house of the Dwarf Lord Inn. Cash in hand, 50 gold pieces for you, Ree, and everybody else with your respective bounties.
So,
And as Ree comes in, by the way, Ree is just fucking, I mean, like, lifted up onto the shoulders and just, like, you know, Hebrew wedding style, carried through the fucking inn and just...
Everything really, really hurts. Let me down gently.
so when she sits in her seat, I'm gonna use as many spell slots as I have to heal her, either to the floor or until I run out.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Because she's really fucking hurt.
Okay, I'm gonna start with,
And they did not provide healing, because this dude was not holding back.
let's start with Cure Wounds. Well, I'll use my tattoo. So, Cure Wounds at 3rd level first. So Doc's gonna go like this.
And she slaps the tattoo on her arm, and as she does so, it vibrates with this silver, almost platinum energy, and as it reverberates across her hand, you hear a whisper, Kiro, kind of call out from her palm. As it touches you, you see, I mean, you know, 60% of the bruises on your body cinch up to nothing.
Then I'm gonna use 2nd level. And yeah.
Beautiful. So that's 39 points, I believe. 39, so that would be 48? 48 points?
Yeah, thereabouts. I'm no longer bloodied, so.
Oh, okay, okay, good.
Okay, and then she's gonna use all of her first levels till we get there, and then I'll do close with the mess.
Oh, we gonna heal this bitch. There's another 6. As Doc is literally tending to the... Oh, wow, that was a really good Cure Wounds. 9.
Just tell me when you're not hurt anymore.
Ree's got a lot of hit points,
I
though.
got a lot in there. I got a lot in the tank. I got a big tank.
That was 70. Holy crap.
I am painfully aware of how many hit points you have.
Bro,
Okay, so that was 74, so this is 78 total.
87. That's your good now.
one shy, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so
You're one shy.
That's fine.
drop it.
Close wounds.
Okay.
Close wounds, there you go. So go ahead and roll your hit die, plus your constitution modifier, which means you're at full.
I still have.
So over the course of the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oh my god, 10. So literally, it is a full minute. It is an awkward, pregnant pause of Doc, I mean, furiously, her left hand clenched in the gold nugget and her right hand just praying feverishly like a middle-aged nun in a convent over Ree. The healing just pouring out onto her like rain, curing every injury. Once her outward appearance feels full, she's like, no, I'm good. And you're like, no, you're not. I know there's something still wrong. And then all of a sudden, Ree, you're just like, once you get back to that full point, you're like, oh shit, I must have had broken ribs or organs that were lacerated or something. I was fucked up.
Doc's gonna say, I realize what going on is the same bag, but I have to do this for you. And she's gonna take out 25 gold and slam it on the table in front of Ree and say, this is your share of what I want. You did so good! I'm so proud of you! Oh my gosh, you whooped his ass!
He worked my ass. I'm pretty sure he was trying to fucking kill me.
Oh, he definitely was. And he was also an asshole.
Yeah, he really was. I've never heard somebody swear so much, man. I live in a goblin camp.
Yeah, that guy, there's a reason that he has a blood on his face. It's because all he does is talk shit.
He was a dick. Wow.
He was an asshole.
I'd like to learn some of those moves, though. Those are pretty badass.
We'll find someone else to teach you.
No, I'm not gonna ask that guy to teach me because he'd probably fucking take an opportunity to kill me anyway. So I'm glad you guys got some money out of the fight. Yeah, won some of that money back. That's good at least, right?
Wow, Hex. First of all, thank you so much for your raid. Hex, thank you so much for your raid. I apologize that I am not focusing as much on stream chat as I normally would be, but I just so much love, so much love, so much love. We're going to do some shout-outs here really quick.
I got her.
Okay. I got, let's see.
That's
Quag.
the book.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Thank you guys so much for the raid. We're in our last like 30 minutes of D&D gameplay here, so thank you. And thank you, Rose, for your gift sub. You guys are awesome. Everybody is just, oh god, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Hex, how are you? I hope that your gaming tonight was excellent. It is great to see you as always. We're going to finish up our session here. We just had a huge combat thing pop up, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and dive back into it for our role play, for our little bits of role play here. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, so, I almost bet the same amount of the first time, but you said not to bet so much, so I didn't. And now I wish I had.
Well, I feel like I think the first time maybe I was under a lot of pressure there. Maybe the fact that so much money was put on me, maybe that made me choke a little bit. I don't know.
Maybe. I think that,
It was fucking tough. He was old, but he was tough as shit.
you guys were punching each other in the face hole.
Yeah.
I stabbed people when they're not looking. That's pretty impressive. Face hole for the last guy. That guy was, I mean, he really did have. That guy, I understand why you didn't, but he deserved to get. She just stopped. She can't finish any of his sentences that just.
I wasn't gonna do the same thing that he was trying to do. I mean, even though he's a dickhead, he's whatever. I wasn't gonna kill him.
Because you are the better person. You know who knows that? Who knows that? Who knows you're the better person? Carl. Carl knows you're the better person.
I did do a little prayer to him, and I think that yeah. Said, "Girl, help a girl out," and he did.
That almost looks like you could cry. She's so fucking proud of you.
Yeah, girl's got my back.
Carl definitely has your back. And so today was your lucky day and my lucky day. And not Rory's lucky day because he's paying for everybody's drink here. Maybe don't bring that up to him. He ain't happy. Oh wait! Also, I got you this jerky. And she just handed over the window to
Fuck yeah. Fucking love jerky.
This is special jerky. At least I think it was. They charged like it was special.
I ate it too fast, I didn't really taste it.
Oh.
Well, I tasted a little bit. It was good. Sorry, I was very hungry.
I imagine so, yeah. You, seriously, you did an amazing job. And I know it wasn't easy, and you did it the right way. So, good for you. Good for all of us, but especially good for you.
I'm glad you guys were there. And thank you for not fucking, intervening. I know it was probably tough, especially at the end.
Yeah, so there was, she'll stop and think, 5 times that I almost gave you guidance. And there were 3 times that I almost killed you right at the end. But I know it's not allowed, and I also know what you're capable of. I knew you. It's fine. You did fine. You did great.
So at this point, the tavern keeper, the innkeeper, he walks over, and he kind of he squats down next to Doc and Ree, and he smiles wildly, and he puts one big arm around Ree, and he says, "First and foremost, I would just like to say thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. For me, excuse me, not us as a whole, but for me. It absolutely warms my heart to see that he has been taken down a peg. Somebody who trifled with me, who insulted me. You see what he was capable of as far as his verbal aggressiveness. And you quelled that with your physical prowess. Jolrithy, thank you.
That guy was pretty nasty, but he didn't look too well off though. Like, what is he like? What's his deal? Is he like a hobo?
He needs a lot of hugs. That's his deal. He needs a lot of hugs.
He was treated very poorly by his parents. Mother and father both beat him ruthlessly. He was supposed to be a minor, quite frankly, and he didn't make it. Didn't quite make the cut. Unfortunately, his intellect was just about this shy from becoming what they wanted him to be, and unfortunately they used him as a punching bag. But that doesn't mean that he had the right or the authority to treat me the way that he treated me throughout the entirety of our upbringing. And I thank you, truly, because he is a very good fighter. He studied in one of the monastery schools. I'm not sure where it was. I believe it was Port Whelan. He studied in one of the monastery schools known as the Way of the Open Hand. And he became very proficient with his fighting style, but he became hyper-aggressive and was booted and then came back here to, quite frankly, kick the shit out of all the school kids who came to challenge him. And I'm glad you brought him down a peg.
Oh, he went there when he was young.
Very young, yes. With that being said, though, I wanted to say thank you again. And I wanted to say congratulations to you. And I wanted to provide you with a small favor. Small token of my gratitude. At this point, he pulls out a small vial. Very cylindrical top with a cork. And a small wax ring melted around the top of it. In the bottom is a large bulbous base that has these very articulate, almost rectangular juts that are cut into the glass itself. Sets it down on the inside of this vial, or of this flask. You see a transparent liquid. It's almost like a translucent blue liquid. And on the inside, you see a single sliver of what appears to be a fingernail encased in ice floating around. As he sets it down, it bounces up a little bit, floats around. He says, "This is my sweet gift to you, Jolrithy. This is the only thing that this is a potion of Frost Giant's strength. Now, I know it looks unappetizing, but in your time of need, if you chug this potion, and you must drink the fingernail as well."
Fingernails don't bother me. I eat my toenails all the time.
Wonderful. Then when you do that, you will gain the strength of a frost giant for approximately 1 hour. Use it to your heart's desire, and know that this is truly the only thing I've ever cherished in my entire life. Not the potion, but the win that you have given me vicariously through you. And I truly do thank you for everything you've done.
Well, thank you. Wow, this is great. How did you get a fingernail from a giant?
Let's just say that I did not make this potion, but I am well aware of the situation, and he looks up at the ceiling, that is currently afflicting and plaguing your friends and allies. And I knew from the moment I saw you that you would be the kind recipient of this potion that I've held in store for probably 15 years, so long as you needed it, to make sure that our plane of existence was safe from any outside influence, if I could say it that simply.
Do you know about all that?
I don't. I know enough of that. And enough of that is enough of what I need to know. As soon as I heard the word Nothraxian, I translated it in the library here. I realized that that was a name from the Shadowfell, and that's all I needed to hear. And that's when I began investing in you and your group. Remember, you told me you came from the Druid Grove. You told me of your exploits from there all the way back to Middleton. I know what you're about. I believe in you. And you should believe in yourself. You are powerful. And this will make you even more powerful when you need it. Thank you.
Thank you. This is, I appreciate that, and I'm glad I can give you some kind of peace, and hopefully, I mean, I honestly, I'd like to talk to that guy after all this, and hopefully put him on a better path than he's on.
That is a possibility, as I was, and admittedly, I was well aware that he was bound to kill you before you entered that arena. You held your blows like a true champion, and I believe that we maybe need to take him on a more divergent path where he can decide to either be an aggressor or a protector, because he's very powerful. I've seen what he's done to people before. I've seen what he's done to kids. Men, women, children, races, doesn't matter. He has no filter. He wants them dead. And it's because of the way he was brought up, and I feel for him. But that doesn't deny the disgrace that was brought upon me by him in our childhood. And what you have just redeemed for me is everything. So thank you for that. And do with it what you will.
Well, all those drinks.
You and your friend, he points over at Gray, you don't have to pay anything. Drinks around the house tonight. The dwarves was just fucking with you.
Doc says, can we not tell Gray that right now?
Gray is literally sitting right here. Okay, make a stealth check. Gray, make a perception check. He's got really good perception, by the way. This motherfucker picked up the observant feat.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. How the fuck did that happen? Gray, you don't hear shit. That was the whispery of whispers that has ever whispered a whisper.
I'll tell him. Not yet.
Excuse me, guys. I'm
Anyway,
still
now
recovering.
that I don't have to pay, I'm gonna. I'm actually did, I guess, plan on retelling the story of the fight again. Anyway, so might as well go.
Well, Doc will, so once she realizes that Gray didn't hear her, Doc will say, Hey, Gray, you said you were going to sing a song.
Oh right, yeah. I'll do that after the story.
All right, so Gray, what are you doing at this point? By the way, the innkeeper, he does stand and he says, "Again, Jolrathi, thank you. Enjoy. I truly pray that potion serves you in combat, in the future. And good luck to you. Should you ever need anything here at the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn, you come see me."
Will do. Thank you.
Okay.
After he walks away, Doc will give Gray, Doc will give Ree a high five and then turn over Gray as this starts to tell the story.
Actually, Gray's gonna stand up and is this blue carpet the door?
Yep. Yeah, if you zoom in real close, there's actually there's a little door there. There's a little brown door against the concrete.
Oh yeah. Okay. I guess he'll kind of walk up to the middle of the room, like there. I can't do it properly. Pretend he's in the middle of those four squares. There.
If you hold control, you can make him go right there.
Okay, sorry, 1 second. I spilled my cup.
No! You don't even drink alcohol. How the fuck? How are you fucking up? I'm just fucking with you, Lucy. But now that I see you struggling for napkins, I wanna I just want to give you as much shit as I possibly
I
can.
know, you're sad.
He's like, oh god! Oh, I fucked it up. It's so bad. Ooh, ooh, look at Lucy though. He handsome as fuck though. Please come to America. You handsome.
Aw, that makes the spill better.
It makes the spill so much better. Look how cute he is with those glasses and that little smile. He's like, man, fuck this. I'm out. Gray leaves.
Grace stands up in the middle of everybody, puts up a finger and says, nah.
Hey, shit, I'm out.
Fuck the gods. What?
Right there.
Gray says, I'm not paying, and just turns invisible and leaves.
I'm done, bitches. I'm taking my 100 gold and I'm fucking leaving. Or I'm sorry, my 40 gold.
How very brave of him. Yeah, he can still hear. He's got his headset on. We're just giving him a bunch of shit just so he can.
Oh yeah, we're just fucking with him at this point. What?
It looks like it's like the world's greatest boss one I got for you in the scene one looking at it. Oh, okay.
Also, this cracks me up. Redwire just said, Xavier's NPCs are so much nicer than mine. Apparently you have not seen many of my NPCs because 99% of them are total pricks. This is the only nice guy that they have encountered, and he was a prick in the beginning.
Yeah, all she was in the tavern keep in the
Oh, it was so bad.
the first season, or the first season, the first
Session?
session, thank you, the first campaign, that's what I was looking for. First campaign, when Breesus walked in. Oh, that guy was such an asshole. He was so rude, and Breesus almost killed him on the spot.
To be fair, that was the same exact tavern keeper you guys encountered in this campaign.
But Boo Boo hit him in his
He did. Boo
That
Boo
was the
said,
first guy, right?
yeah, yeah. That guy was a prick. He was the sexist piece of shit.
Yep.
And I love saying that too. Just, yeah, you motherfucker. Holy shit, wow. Lucy, you really fucked that cup up. He just, he slapped that thing. He said, man, fuck.
I'm not fucking paying shit!
Flip the table. Fuck this shit.
I don't even know what to make him roll right now. Okay, while he's cleaning up though, Aurora, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, wait. Wait, I see a chair pull. There he is. There we go. What up, Luce? Oh, no! Oh, God, don't, no! Zoom out! Zoom out! Oh, thank fucking God. Sorry, you're handsome, but Jesus.
Anyway, yeah. You sure it's control?
Oh, it's not control, it's alt. Left alt. Left alt and drag, you can bring it wherever you want. I did say control, I apologize. I don't know the keys on my keyboard. I'm almost 35 and I just don't understand this newfangled millennial technology.
Anyway. Lucy failed his sleight of hand check.
Nah, you're good, you're
Class.
good. You're good, you're good.
Gray's gonna basically literally start banging on his door, playing, basically casting Greater Illusion again, but this time smaller. Just enough for everyone to see, but not overwhelming. And he's just basically gonna retell the tale of Ree and the fight, except slightly more exaggerated and bloody.
Oh, I love this song.
Okay, so you said you were gonna tell the story, but just a little bit more bloody and over the top.
And then when I'm done with that, I'm gonna play Set Sail for Ale using Minor Illusion as extra instruments.
Perfect. So go ahead and give me 2 performance checks, both with advantage because you are using magic to enhance them. Yay, bards! See, this is where you shine, baby. Oh, we're doing good already. We're doing good already. A 14. Why does that? Look, you're playing too much Pathfinder. A 14 in this edition is great. If you would have rolled this in my fucking okay, I'll give you that. That was pretty terrible. And then okay. Oh, it's not with advantage. That's okay. Give me 1 sec.
I'll roll the second one.
Lucky for you, I rolled a 9 and a 12, but the 12 hit the bottom first, so your DCs were set and succeeded. So you go through the story, and as you go through the story, you infuse your magic into it. You finish the compilation, which is the story of the fight itself, and then I'm sorry, you said you were going into a song, which was Set Sail for Ale, right?
Yes.
And you blow it out of the fucking water as everybody looks around at you, kind of
Well, I
expecting.
haven't rolled for Set Sail for Ale yet.
Oh, go ahead and roll
Rolled
Set Sail.
twice with advantage.
Oh, yep. Go ahead and roll Set Sail for Ale, because a 14 was, I mean, even 11 was no problem. Oh, yep. Oh, you're good. You're good. These guys are drunk. Look, these are dwarves who just watched this crazy pit fight. They watched the reigning champion get his ass absolutely handed to him, and this goblin who just got cussed out and had racial slurs thrown at her, and sexist slurs, quite frankly, get beat down and then rise up and just thrown through this guy, literally, quite frankly, down the stairs and knocked him down a peg. So you go throughout the story, you finish the story, everybody, you've got their attention. You begin Set Sail for Ale. As soon as you begin Set Sail for Ale, everybody in the entire tavern joins in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just go. It's wonderful. So you go throughout your performance. Doc and Ree, anything here?
She's just going to enjoy her ale and listen to the tunes and just chill for a minute.
Doc will be singing along, but she'll try to catch Gray's eye if possible. I don't know how focused he is, if he's just like standing in the room passing out, but if she can catch his eye for a second, she'll give him, Gray's eye, she'll give him a wink, yeah.
Lips are off.
Alright. Okay, sorry, I had to change one
You
thing.
can't read lips, but Gray definitely mouths go find your girlfriend.
Make a perception check.
Me or dog?
Doc, sorry. That was a good question.
I didn't hear what you said, I apologize.
Make a perception check. Oh. With a nat 20, not only did you read his lips, you fucking heard him whisper out loud. Go find your girlfriend. Go find your girlfriend.
Give him a middle finger and then get up to us.
And you understand what that means. As you jump back into the drum and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and Set Sail for Ale. Okay, with that being said, though, Kevin, make sure that you add the Potion of Frost Giant Strength to your inventory. That is for you. I almost said on you. That's for you. Aurora, during this time, you've got a good chunk of time between when everybody's coming back and you were just like, fuck off, I'm doing my own thing. What are you doing as a whole? Like, what's going on?
So, she recognizes, thanks to Doc, that going and just murdering this dwarf right now is not the smart thing to do. So I picture that she starts by just walking, and she goes over to, like, the Brady spot, and, like, pulls out her bow, but she's hearing all the noise, and just, like, puts the arrows back in the quiver, reslings the bow without firing a shot, and starts just kind of walking. I feel like she spends a good chunk of time just kind of wandering a little bit within the town. Definitely not getting civil flashbacks right now.
Make it, yeah, don't get lost in the kelp. Make a survival check for me. This is just to determine where you go in the town.
I was gonna say, I think depending on, like, how long things go, because she doesn't want to go in there while they're all celebrating right now. She's too keyed up for that. I feel like she'd end up by her, by the library, by the Ore Master and stuff.
Okay, understood.
I forgot that I'm in Firefox now. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't find my character feed.
Oh, Firefox. God,
Yeah,
I haven't heard that in fucking 6 years.
We did a lot of troubleshooting.
Why is it so Firefox?
Might I suggest opera?
That's why you can see her.
No, you cannot suggest opera. You take your European Union bullshit and go back to it.
I had this in Africa. What do you mean?
Oh, well, okay. On that note, take your African bullshit and go back to Mufasa. No, I'm just kidding. 18. Perfect. Okay, so you find yourself exactly as you begin to wander. You leave the fighting pits. You go out into the open world, which is the greater Underhill area, and you wander around for probably about 35-40 minutes. You realize that everybody who is celebrating right now is going towards the house of the Dwarf Lord Inn. And you're like, you know what? I want fucking nothing to do with that. About 25, 30, 40 minutes go by. You find yourself back at the Oremaster's Fortress.
Are there guards and stuff there right now?
Fuck yeah, lots of them.
There's still the usual, like anyone that I recognize having been there for, you know, multiple times.
Make an investigation check. You're good at those. I don't like that you're good at those, but you are good at those. You're good at those as Sybil, too, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, you're shit at those with Sybil. But you're good at perception, right?
Yeah, Sybil's fucking fantastic at perception.
Oh, -1. Oh, that's right, yeah, you used to be an orc. Okay,
I used to be a lot of things. I used to be a lot more intelligent, too.
that is very accurate. Okay, so...
You look slightly better.
So... Shut up, you're the oddball, Biggie.
Oh, 5 points better.
So you look around a little bit, you're like, I don't necessarily recognize these guys, but it's because they're all dressed in full half-plate armor, and they have full-plate helms. So it's kind of tough to tell who's who. But you wander back around, and they don't kill you. So that tells you they recognize you, even though you don't necessarily recognize them. And the rifles that are up, or the long rifles that are up in the towers above you, they do not train on you like they did the first couple of times you were here. They sit outwards, kind of in an anticipatory stance. It's about this time when you wander back to the courtyard, after this 45 minutes or so, we'll call it 40 minutes, that you hear something behind you in the shadows. And as you turn around, because of course, what the fuck is that? Everybody's partying. You see Doc materialize.
Hey, materializing's my thing.
You shut your mouth. You get your moment.
Zooming in is your
Zooming in. Candace, take a goddamn inspiration point. I can't even. That is awesome. That's an out-of-game thing that earns you an in-game bonus. Thank you. To be fair, though, just so we're clear, your zoom-in thing is hilarious because you do it so comedically and so unintentionally that my heart just swells.
You were almost a bit over, Xavier. I almost died.
Oh, God.
She'll materialize, and she'll put her hands up, like, wait for you to realize it's her.
It does not murder you.
Wonderful. Good start.
Does she turn and draw an arrow? Does she turn and draw an arrow?
Wow. With how fucking paid up she is right now. Shit. Ah, fuck. I feel like she'd turn and reach, but wouldn't draw. She's got better fucking quiver control than that.
I totally. That's like, yeah. Shut your mouth, Lucy. This motherfucking shit stirrer over here.
She's very obviously like ready to use the quiver,
Excuse
but
me,
it's
sorry, guys.
definitely it would take her another half a second to draw and fire.
So as you reach back for the quiver, but you've got the bow out in the left hand, you stop and you realize, oh shit, it's Doc, and you kind of put your hand up and you pull it back over to the front.
She still lowers her hands up. She says very earnestly, "You okay?"
She's gonna take a deep breath, consider her answer, and say, "No one died."
Alright. I guess that speaks volumes.
Yeah, why aren't you with Bree and Gray? I thought Gray was gonna sing Foot Sail for Ale. Isn't that your favorite?
He is. It's not the same.
Oh, good. Have fun. I'm not going to kill anyone. And are we still directly in front of the Ore Master and all of his...
I mean, they are all... Nobody's trained on you, but they are all very obviously within, like, 75 feet of you. Not the Ore Master, but all of his guards on the outside, yes.
Doc kind of eyeballs the guards and says, I was worried about that. You'd have been subdued by now. I at least would have attempted it.
He gives her a look. You could have attempted it.
The stuff that guy said was, she has that really, like, serious look again that Doc doesn't get too often. She says the stuff that guy said was, not just inappropriate. He deserved more than what he got, but Ree is a kind soul.
As you say that, Doc, as you say Ree's a kind soul, you hear something shift behind you. And Aurora, as you look over her shoulder, you see a shadow shift in the darkness. And materializing out of the shadows behind you, you see this. You have no idea how fucking ruthless she can be. Oh. Hi, Doc. Who's your friend?
Laura's definitely, like, she's not moving her hand this time. She's just waiting in the obvious what the fuck, because they've never fucking told her about Gimbal.
That's been a Jurassic World Aurora.
So as you do that, you see the dagger comes out of the sheath and straight up to your throat. Aurora, you feel it graze your jugular, and you hear, "Don't fucking move."
And he's still on the other side of Doc?
Yes.
Or is he?
Yes.
Well, everybody drop your damn weapons. Stop acting like fools.
Fuck off, Doc. I only have one arm.
And you're very impressive with it, but please don't stab my friend in the throat.
Then tell her to put her fucking bow down.
She's still Jurassic Worlding Aurora, and she's like,
She'll drop the bow as she does so. She'll say, I don't need a bow to kill you.
Aurora, he's the reason I'm here.
He begins to lower his dagger and he says, "Interesting, 'cause I don't need my fucking dagger to kill you either. Halfling?" And he reaches over and he kisses Doc on the side of the cheek. "Good to see you, sister."
If we're all done proving whose is bigger,
He looks over confused. He looks over confused and he says, "Oh, hers is clearly bigger." And he points at the bow.
right?
Make an intelligence check, Candace.
Oh no! Oh no!
Maybe fuck you.
No, okay, Nat 1, you have understood that Gimbal's a fucking idiot. Gimbal's an idiot.
I feel like a 20 would have gotten it.
No. You know. You are not a goblin. You know.
Gimbal, I know how fierce Ree is, but thank you. Also, how?
What do you mean, how?
I've never seen you do that before.
Do what?
The way that you preserved me.
Preserved you? Oh!
Got slapped. As she just puts things together.
He kind of rears back and he looks over at Aurora really quick, who's probably going like... And he goes,
She doesn't show that much emotion.
A little bit of motion.
It's the equivalent.
Little motion. It's not emotion, it's little motion. He kind of rears back, though, and he goes, I didn't do that naturally, of course. I did it, you know. And then he switches to Goblin, and he says, I didn't do it by instinct or by some sort of intellectual diffuse. I did it solely by magic items and potions I was given. I didn't fucking cast a feigned death on you. Are you kidding me? My dear, I'm a fucking assassin. I'm not a magus.
Doc will switch to Goblin for a second, but she'll lock eyes with Aurora first. She'll say,
Aurora looks unhappy, by the way, at the Goblin. Goblin speaking.
I had a feeling that was the case. I had a feeling, but I just thank you regardless.
He says in Goblin, you're very welcome. I owe, quite frankly, my existence to you. But maybe we shouldn't talk about that here. Maybe we should have a rendezvous back at the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn. I'll see you maybe in the darkest hours of the night or the earliest hours of the morning. And, unless Ree specifically mentions to want to see me, maybe let's not bring this up to her. Are we alright with that?
She has already mentioned wanting to see you. I know that she wants to thank you personally, and there's no, as far as I know, there's no ill will toward you any longer.
He blinks heavily and he says, there shouldn't be any ill will. She left me to die. I didn't leave her to die.
Is she safe if I were to bring her? She would like to think you're in person. She and I have become very close, ironically enough.
Did you complete your contract that I put out on behalf of the guild against her?
I did. She looks really somber when she says that.
And then
And Aurora's gonna interrupt because she's a rude ass bitch and they're talking Goblin. And Doc's expression changed. So Aurora's gonna interrupt and just put, you know, it's quite rude of you.
he immediately, you see his eyes kind of turn blood red, and he turns towards you. He draws the dagger again, and he says in common, shut your fucking mouth!
Doc grabs Aurora's right hand and squeezes, looks over at him and says, in common, we will meet you, as we requested, if that's okay with you.
You see his hand comes back down, and as he sheathes the dagger, both of you see his hands are absolutely jeweled to the fucking max with, like, glowing, visibly glowing jewelry, rings, bracelets, charms. The dagger itself has charms hanging off of it. He has necklaces on that are like charmed and just bedazzled. He is bedazzled from top to bottom, except for the raccoon skin hat which he's wearing. That's very neutral. So he puts his hand back down and he says, in Goblin, all right, we'll meet at the place that we've discussed. But just know that if she steps out of place again, I'll slit her fucking throat. You can tell her that in whatever language you want.
In Goblin, she'll say, she won't be hurt. I can help it. She'll be safe. You'll be safe. It'll be a friendly visit. I've missed you.
I've missed you too, sister. And I'm sorry about the strange interworkings of what we have going for us, but I promise you that it wasn't intentional. Your friend, the dwarf, the cleric of Moradin, he set our journeys in motion to intersect each other weeks ago. Prior to me even in wanting involvement in what we have here.
lot to discuss with that dwarf.
Seems like I have a lot to complete with that dwarf if you do not discuss it first. I'll see you there.
We'll see you.
Take care of yourself.
In common, she'll say you as well. Give another squeeze to Aurora's hand.
And with that,
Aurora looks about ready to well, she's spitting that at this point.
so you see him kind of step back into the shadows as he kind of waves his fingers at both of you, maybe more so towards Aurora, but you see him kind of wiggle his fingers, and you hear him say,
Do one thing though, while I can still see him, and I'll use
"Sure.
my hunter sense on him.
Oh, okay.
That's any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are.
He has nothing. Nothing. He has no vulnerabilities, no resistances, nothing. He is for all intents and purposes a bitch boy goblin.
Okay.
So as he slips into the shadows, you both audibly hear, and he vanishes into the shadows. And he is just gone.
Doc turns to Aurora. You mad at me? I have a history too.
She's gonna slowly bend to pick up her bow to give herself a couple of seconds. And then... It's you? No. However, she's gonna look at the spot where the shadows last were.
She'll put a hand up and say, we wouldn't be here together with you being angry at him if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, I gather he's the reason that you ended up under the fern.
She nods.
Well, that gives him one mark in his favor.
He's like a brother. He's a very sneaky, sometimes annoying, troubling brother. But Ree is more of a sister than I've had ever. And she needs to see him. I need you to let us do that.
I recognize the sibling thing is, like, super important to gnomes, but, like, pretty sure I killed one of my brothers. That's probably not important here. I'm not going to come between you and that. But... No, I'll remember conversations and let bygones be bygones that I can.
It's okay. Most people don't like him. That's why we got along so well.
Oh, he's got quite the set of balls to threaten me like that, so...
On that note, he was very clearly missing his left arm. I mean, it was severed above the elbow and bandaged off, which was still bloody.
Doc
Looks
will,
like someone else already got a good hit or two in on him, so...
at least you know he can only hit you once. Doc will give her hand a squeeze and say, let's go back and have a drink. See Ree and congratulate her because today's about her. And we can move on from there.
He's gonna hesitate, look back towards the building that she'd been planning on going in, and in that moment take stock of the guards too, who just got a show. And then she's gonna turn back Fine.
Yeah, this was a very weird halfling goblin gnome show. It is not what they're used to, but they liked it and they didn't shoot you. So
Fully expecting it.
Thanks for your contribution.
Fine. Some point will you teach me Goblin?
I can try.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
You
a
can.
lot of spitting and phlegm, but I mean, Orcish wasn't that far off, so if you still understand that, we should be able to start there.
Maybe we can trade. Do you want
He's dreaming.
to learn Orcish?
Yes.
Orcish, halfling. I
Dwarvish.
don't think I could. No, okay. Trade done. Let's go
Anyone
back.
want to learn to speak Aasimar?
Nobody responds, and we end the campaign there. Fuck you and your light magic, your light
Final
language
clip
bullshit.
though. Is she's gonna say, "Fine, let's go," but drinks are on Gray.
Oh yeah, definitely. Drinks are on Gray all night. Doc will kind of have a smile to herself.
All right, so we will end here for tonight, my friends. I think this has been a wild and weird and exhilarating evening of combat, intrigue, and fuckery, quite frankly. So we'll go ahead and stop here for tonight. We'll pick it back up next week. Oh god damn, we're already in session number 60. And yeah, we'll go from here straight into the conversation back at the tavern. That's where we'll pick up. And anybody who has gained who has gained coinage from tonight, as far as the arena was concerned, that would be Gray with 40 gold, Doc with 100, Doc with 200, excuse me, unless you gave some to Aurora.
Yeah, so 100 went to 25, went to Ree, and Doc took 75.
Okay, understood. And then Ree, you have your payouts from that as well. And then we'll pick back up. And when we start next week, just so we're all on the same page, it will be the end, the actual end. So we'll do a little bit of a retroactive roleplay, like right at the beginning, which will be you guys all coming back into the roleplay from the big fight night. And then we'll start immediately from Saturday, the 11th of Jutet, which is the start, or the end, excuse me, the end of the long rest, or the downtime activities. So, and then everybody else will have their things. Lucy, if you have anything you want your spies to do, or Kat, if you have anything that you want if you want to cash in or bank in on your information, let me know ahead of time so I can kind of prepare stuff, and then we'll just go from there.
No, I'm just gonna start plotting against my apparent new nemesis.
Oh, I like that a lot. Especially since I have this bastard tied into two other PC like plot lines, like good plot lines. If you want to plot against him, please, God, tell me.
He just fucking efficiently threatened Aurora in front of a bunch of dwarves. She
Yep.
hates him.
Yep.
It's perfect.
Yes, ma'am.
She hates him so much. I'm like, yes.
Fuck that guy.
Hey, that's why she didn't attack him. But yeah, no, she hates him.
Damn, I got off my game.
Poor
Gray's
Lucy
not
over
even
here.
on the list anymore. Like, just ass-face,
You're slipping, Greg.
gimble. Gray's somewhere over there.
Gray do be slipping, though. Getting
On
soft
a
on
side
us. Yes.
Yeah, I will. I do have people I actually want to research now, thanks to today's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, seriously, send me a message. Now you won't have, well, you'll have informational things. So if you have people that you want to utilize your guys for, we can do that off screen, and then we'll just kind of recap when we're back on. Just remember that it's like every 30 days. So as soon as you use them, you have a 30-day cooldown. So if you wanted to use them both today, just send me a message and say, yes, we'll do it today. You'll reach out to them. You'll do your thing. I'll make the rolls, and we'll get you some information.
Doc may have a new assassination.
God damn, what? I thought we were just doing a simple fight night, and y'all go and do this crazy assassination bullshit.
Made him an asshole. So
You know what? I did. He's an ass
made it
face.
personal.
I did make it personal. I made it very personal.
I am grateful a little bit. Well, first of all, I'm super grateful for Octopus Hugs keeping me from getting thrown in jail for being hypocritical racist. And also,
It's
like,
true.
God, I felt so shitty there. So thank you for intervening there.
You're welcome. If it was when you should have actually been Knuckles.
No, quite literally. Yep. Yes.
On a side note, Xavier, I both love and fear Jarlaxle, and so this goblin, I both love and fear him as well.
Excellent. That makes me so happy. You should love and fear at the same time. Yes.
Just loves it.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
excited to actually have a conversation with this one.
I am. Kevin, you have no idea because you are the one who created the first goblin I've ever had run into campaign. Candace is the first person who's ever said, oh, by the way, this person's name is Gimbal. And they're built into my backstory. And then I was like, well, we've got a fucking goblin, so they can't not be in her backstory, right? Like, I want so many things to happen at so many times. It's just disgusting. And I'm so excited for it.
Your backstory's happening.
Your backstory, yeah, right, exactly. Your backstory's happening!
I created Gimbal before I knew you were playing a goblin.
Oh, yeah.
So then DM Xavier was like, oh yes, this is perfect.
Oh, seriously, it's been fantastic. Yep.
Awesome. Thanks guys for a great session.
Yes.
Sorry,
Great
I know it's late.
It's fine.
Good night, everybody.
All right, everybody who's been feeling sick, have a fantastic week and get better. Everybody who has been feeling great, keep doing great. And we'll see you. We'll see you Tuesday. Oh, by the way, this is Candace's last week for streaming, except for D&D, for the next couple months because she is studying now for her international HR certification in the U.S.
Fancy.
Yeah, it's big. It's big fucking business. Like, this is no bullshit. This is the moneymaker, right? So anyways, she's going to be doing that. So it'll just be me moving forward after next weekend, except for Sundays, which will also be Candace. So
Yeah, I can wiggle in a Tuesday crochet and chill a little, but it's really dependent on how far ahead I can study. So.
correct.
Good
All
luck
right.
with that.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. On that note, we're going to raid Arceus for tonight, you guys, or Archeros. So thank you for hanging out, and we'll see you guys soon. Have a great week at work, school, whatever it happens to be. Have a fantastic time, and we'll see you very soon.
Right, you too. Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna go to bed. Bye-bye.
Go to bed, Lucy! Go to fucking bed. Oh, he gone.
You just sprinted off.